Welcome to the puzzle stream. Let's play some puzzles. First one up today is going to be Pinktop's Pipeworks Puzzles, which is by Pinktops, as the name seems to indicate. Pinktops, of course, is mostly a traditional platformer maker who, up until that point, just a few weeks ago, in making this puzzle, had not actually made anything in 3D World before. So this is not only Pinktop's first 3D World level, but also his first puzzle level, by somebody who's a very accomplished traditional designer, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. So, let's play. And welcome people who have already come in, Matt Hay and Dark Koopatrol and Glitch. Hope you're all doing very well. Okay, so it's going to be Cannonbox. I see Glitch just glowing in the chat already at the sight of this. And the only thing we can do is shoot here. If we can shoot the one on the right or go through the one on the right as well, but we might as well see if this connects to anything. It is, of course, going to be blocked by the top of the ceiling. It doesn't appear that we can scroll up any. I do want to see if it's possible to go up here, and no, that's a no. So, camera seems locked in that position. These pipes seem connected. Oh, now that's interesting. Ah, I see. The target here is to send a cannonball up where the arrow goes. And so that's correct. And Glitch, you retired your cannon box. Well, you got plenty of mileage out of it, so nobody can tell. If we fire through here, this should connect in such a way that pops up to the coin. Very nice. And we, once again, probably want to raise these blasters in order to get up to the top position. So this connects to what? This connects to the blasters on the right side. Okay. That's sort of interesting because obviously we don't know how everything is built on the bottom level. But I'm trying to think about how this would be laid out in such a way that would make this top pipe connect to the left and this bottom pipe connect to the right without any kind of overlap in their positions. It must be something like exclamation blocks that are spaced out beyond the pipes. Because if you imagine the pipes, in terms of these being two different pipes, they can't actually cross over each other's paths, right? But the cannonball paths, once the cannonball ejects out of the pipe, can cross paths and hit something else like an exclamation block that would raise these. And yeah, you can hear them. That's a very good point. And yeah, I was thinking that too as I was explaining that just now. So well observed from Glitch. Now this seems like it's... no, it is necessary. We do need to raise this one over here, though, and so I think the idea is that we actually do need to trigger two sets, then. So I need to figure out what triggers this set. Possibly it's one of the pipes on the left side once again. I don't know if it's going to be a shared trigger. I don't see how that could be the case with the exclamation blocks being what they are. We could always just do this. No, we can't. Yeah, right now I don't see the system to this yet. It does feel like a little bit of guesswork. We can, of course, hop there just to see what happens. Was this popping the right side pipe before? I don't seem to recall. Luca, yeah, Luca, I saw that you have the record on this already, so I'm just trying to figure out the system for this thing over here right now. Glitch, that's because the pipe, when you travel through the pipe yourself, you are constrained by the camera. You get blocked by the camera boundary. And so Mario gets blocked by the camera boundary in ways that objects don't. And I know this from experience. I do know this from having built some of my own things in 3D World. And so it's the vertical locking of the camera that's doing that little bit of magic. The thing is, though, I still don't know what's connected to this guy, and I don't see anything to really hint at that unless we just keep shooting at other pipes. Oh, you know what? We don't know where this one goes, I don't think. We hadn't actually seen that one at all, and so we should, in fact, try to do that, and there we go. Yeah, that does it. We should figure that out just to see what that does. One up, very nice. That should be a drop. And no, it's not going fast glitch. It's you have to keep track of which pipes you've used, I think. And by process of elimination, you can establish which pipe is still the one that hadn't seemed to have triggered anything on screen. So that's how I determined the correct pipe in that previous location. So we have 1 coin so far. This is a many coin level, as you can see. Lucca's current record on this is, I believe, close to 6 minutes. Noticed a P-switch blocking the blue pipe down here as well. Might be some kind of anti-cheese check, perhaps. It seems to me, though, that you can sort of acquire the cannon box and then pop back out. Let's not play around too much with that. Let's check some of this. It looks like it's just decoration. Pink Tops is a very decorative maker. We know that from his traditional layouts, so... Okay, so the destination here is going to be to shoot through this pipe, which we can only do probably by connecting something through here, as before, and having the on-off state being set to on. It looks like the middle pipes here are going to be involved in activating the on-off triggers. So let's just see how things connect. We need to try it out first just to see. Now that's interesting. That one just deflects. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we can of the pipe layout, at least in the main world, not the subworld afterwards. Because it seems like there's this effect here that makes it look as though the pipes are crisscrossing, but what's actually happening is something else. What's actually happening is the cannonballs are probably entering pipes that are disconnected. And previously, of course, there was something going on with the exclamation blocks as well. So we need to figure out what's connected to this. We know so far this guy is connected to this. We know that this guy is connected to this. So the bottom pipes activate the on-off switches. We know that this guy is connected to the top. And the top would wind down, send something down this pipe, and it would probably pop up through here, I'm guessing. So it is going to be a bit of a timing thing where we need to send this through. And we send this through. And then we send this... Oh, no, we need a charge shot. We need a charge shot pretty much through all of those. And because without a charge shot, it's not going to go far enough. And that was the right idea. It was just too slow on the third shot. But that was absolutely correct. Let's try to get this before timeout, ideally. We'll toggle this first. And there we go. And then we'll hit checkpoint quickly because we're likely to hit timeout before the next segment, so... Well, let's just do these in a reasonably logical order, I guess. Starting with top left every time. We won't have too much time to look at the snowball room over here before we need to progress further. Seems like the same kind of idea. We'll be unblocking this somehow. Probably eliminating them completely with an exclamation block push. We'll just need to scout ahead to see how things are connected. It looks like the snowballs are purely a timing check. Looks like this is also the way to get the 10 coin to pop through here. Nice use of the trampolines to get that bounce. So let's figure out what is actually connected to the on-off switch up above. It's going to be that guy. And that's going to be the key. And we will actually be able to do this quickly enough. So we are going to hit timeout, but we'll keep track of what we're doing. I'm probably going to go blue room over here next, so let's check it. Just so we recognize it, and that will be the first one we do when we pop back out. Yeah, it's going to be a track block puzzle. And we'll see how it goes. Love these initial coins going everywhere, of course. You do have to rely a bit on your own memory in order to track what puzzles you have or haven't done so far. And yes, Alpalin Space If that's how you pronounce your name, that is what we're doing. It's just going to be an all puzzle stream today. Yeah, and you're welcome to drop the code. I'm not doing an official queue because I don't know how long each puzzle will take, but I might be willing to take a look at it later on in the stream. I can't guarantee it. The reason I don't guarantee any kind of queue during the puzzle stream is because sometimes things can take forever. This looks like an on-off activation. Yes, okay. Didn't realize it previously because the last time we spawned into this room, the on-off activation... well, the off state was already what we wanted. So, yeah, you do need to do an initial activation on the track block. We might as well wait for a reset at this point. Because we need to find an activation pattern that will allow me to position these in a way that I like. I don't exactly know where the track blocks are going yet. I think we actually do need to see the paths. And yeah, thank you for submitting that. I will hopefully be able to take a look at it later. So it looks like this guy just kind of does a circuit that stops at that point. Yeah, kind of hard to track this, but I think the purpose of this is mostly to just unblock the pipes that are firing vertically like this. Also to give you a space to fire like this. Notice that the middle pipes are connected. Notice that the outer pipes are not, I don't think. Yeah, so we'll just check this. We know the middle pipes are connected here. Yeah, that's a 1-up. That's going to not be obtainable. Well, it's going to dash around in there. Sure, let's let it out. Give it some freedom. So we have to check every pipe just to see what they do. Eventually we'll want a P-switch activation. The P-switch activation followed by firing on the top right. But I would imagine that the idea is to send cannonballs up to the top. So we just need to see where everything's connected, and then it's kind of going to be something we do by memory from here. I don't see where any of those are going. We may need to toggle the on-off state because it's possible that they are just blocked. Or that we already have had our fill of them through the various bonus rooms. Ah, notice that. If the pipes that are facing down are both connected, then I think the idea here is we shoot this, comes down this pipe, goes up this pipe, and goes up top. Either that or something is going to activate the P-switch. I don't know what's actually holding the key. That's the thing. I think it's probably going to be P-switch activates, you fire through here, and then Cannonball grabs the key. That's what I would speculate. In order to do that, though, first of all, we do need to move some of this stuff out of the way. And then, nope, bad timing there. It is going to be a little bit timing dependent. That's going to hit the P. Is it going to come out through here? Yes, the arrow is going down there saying that you need to do that. So, no, I understand how to do this now. I understand the whole pattern. Let's hope this goes through. We're going to activate this guy first, then fire the P. That should go down in time to grab the key, and then we get out. You can lock them with the on-off. Yeah, I think you can... Well, that's okay. We're past that puzzle. I'm not going to think too hard about that layout. We've done the top left here already. We now need to do bottom left. You can kind of tell by the coins as you pop through, I guess. Well, the coins would indicate the other hub room in terms of what is going on there, so... On-off switch is going to activate here. Oh, we've got a lot of stuff to play with over here. Okay, let's just grab that. That should pop out nicely. Seems to be a lot of hidden 1-ups all over this one, too. Nugu Kaza, I'd actually completely forgotten that you had made a level with Metagrobolized in the title. I remember now that you bring it up. I had actually completely forgotten that when I titled the stream today. Now, what were we doing? We were trying to determine how to send something through here. That's going to require an on-off state switch, which we have access to on the top right. Probably there's going to be some stuff that we do here that's going to be timed in order to send things through pipes. Eventually, we'll want something to go up through this, through here, loops around, goes down, and then through that block. But we need to figure out where everything is going to fire first. So where does this go? It is currently blocked, but I wonder if it remains blocked if we wait for the beat. Nugukaza goes well. Ah, yes, it goes through here. It goes through this pipe. Which means that there is going to be a bit of a timer check here. Yeah, that is going to be a strange timing, I think. Let's wait for this block then. Nope. I wonder if that's too early or too late then. Yeah, because we need, clearly, to get rid of this guy. But I wonder if that means that I need to stall the cannonball in the pipe a little bit longer. Or not. I feel like it would expire. And there we go, yeah. Just needed to do some timing adjustment. Then that's it. Okay, we've done 2 on this side already. This does not seem to go anywhere, so we'll... Yeah, it's going to be 4 in each hub, so we'll do the one over here. And yeah, Glitch, I do know that the cannonball does expire if it just continues bouncing back and forth too long. We recently saw that in B-Minutes series, in fact, that used the cannon box. Looks like we need to just eliminate a bunch of this stuff. I don't see the arrow right now. There is, however, this pipe on the bottom. Possibly I need to travel there in order to fire the on-off switch and then go out the pipe on the right side, unless the pipe on the right side... Well, no, we need a key, so that's not going to be it. It's possible that maybe something spawns through here once the on-off has been activated, but... Yeah. Okay, so that's a timed on-off switch. That's what it is. And a timed on-off switch blocks snowballs from spawning. So, the idea would be... Yeah, you need to block the snowballs, and then you see the arrow that's revealed here. Eventually, you're going to send something through the left side pipe. This is blocked. Yeah, eventually you do this all the way through. So the way you do that is you set the on-off switch, you eliminate all the snowballs, and then you fire through the top pipe. So yeah, that's what it is. Which room was this again? Whoops. I think it was top right here. And yeah, Nolan DePog, I think we have the right idea. Obviously, you can't hit the snowballs while you're still in the on state because more snowballs will spawn pretty much instantly, but... Oh, nope. Needed a charge shot there, so... Probably we need to do something else with time. Oh, we've gotten rid of the ones in the middle. That's fine, because it means we need to take fewer shots now in order to make this work. Charge shot through here, that should do it. Okay, fairly simple. Interesting thing here with the P-switch on this pipe. We've only done 3 of these, though. I believe maybe this is the final exit pipe. I don't know if this is the hub pipe. Let's just check that. To swap sides between hubs. Yes, it is. Okay, just checking. Yeah, pretty typical for a multi-part puzzle. Okay, going to be on-off switch somewhere to raise and lower the track blocks. We currently don't know where that is. It is going to be a bit of a piece of hidden information. We also don't know where a lot of the paths are going to be, or when to activate this guy. But it seems like this is going to be one big snowball escort, if I understand it correctly. That we need a snowball to eventually make it all the way to the pipe on the left by entering this pipe here. In order to do that, we need to activate the on-off switches to toggle everything into the right position and stop it. So we need to figure out what this does. Yeah, that's correct. We just need to reposition slightly. Nope. That was an accident. I did not want to do that extra shot there. Let's just wait. And then I would need to raise this again. Because once you swap the state again, then you're okay until you get to this point here. That means I need to activate that guy probably in advance. Also, notice the question block over here. I'm curious about this guy. There's one up. Okay. But I do see the general pattern. What I don't see is this. I feel like this is maybe another on-off activator. But we can test that. We have an easy way to test that, in fact. And yes, that's correct. So, what we'll do is we'll lower this. Nope. Let's fix that again. We have to be fairly... Oh, whoops. No, we need that next shot pretty much right away. We can't do it over here, so... we need to move that blue block anyway. Let's see where the blue block goes. Activate the switch. Blue block is going to be really quite in the way, actually. Let's see what this does. Okay, that just deflects. I don't know where the blue block is supposed to go then. I feel like the blue block probably has to remain in this position unless the idea is to push the snowball through here instead, but I think it would break, so... I don't really know about this blue block because I don't know what the deflection pattern on a snowball is going to be when it bounces off the side. Whether it's going to have issues when it goes over the blue block and hit the wall or something like that. So there's nothing we can really do except test it, I think. We do have to test it. Nope. Off position once again. And we'll wait for this guy here. Nope. Yeah, the double shot is a bit of a problem. Because, of course, I instinctively just hit the dash button again to... Whoops. To get back into a dash, and then when that happens, I accidentally tend to fire. Okay, I don't quite see. Yeah, because you do need to run over, basically. It was a little bit finicky in terms of the execution, but we'll try to make it work. Nope, too early, I think. So that's going to bounce over. Nope. Timing is wrong. That was almost correct, though. That was the correct pattern. It's just... timing was a bit of an issue. Okay. Nope, too late. If I had hit that shot that I missed, that would have been fine. Okay. Nope. Need to... do the second shot over here. Yeah. Yeah, just a lot of little execution things here and there. We have the solution already. Yeah, Glitch, I don't understand the blue block either. I think it's maybe just a bit of a trap or something. I don't see what the pipe on the right side is getting me, that's the thing. Because cannonballs don't seem to travel through that either. Unless it's, it might be a bonus thing, like a 1-up or another coin, based on the on-off state. So, for example, let's say we raise this, and let's say we raise the blue block, leave this, and let's say maybe the bottom was blocked by an on-off. No, it's not. Okay, I don't know what it is then. I don't get it either. Because so far I haven't seen that I would need it for anything in the solution either, so whoops. Hang on. Let's reposition this stuff. Nope, timing is all wrong. Hang on. Yeah, because you are dealing with scrolling the screen quite a ways, the timing can be a bit finicky. We've spent most of the clock on this segment, in fact. Okay. Down we go, down we go, go. There we are. And that should do it. Nine coins, we grab this, and then should be one more to go. I think. I haven't already done this one, have I? No, I haven't. Okay. We will likely hit timeout for this one. Also notice there is no safety coin as far as I can tell, but and because you're not grabbing coin first, oh yes, you kind of are actually. When you come out of the first segment, you grab coin 1 before you hit a checkpoint, so I guess there might be an anti-key death. I guess it would have to be. We can just eliminate some of this stuff, I guess. It's the one that's from the red pipe that's mostly to worry. You can also just go through the pipe yourself. No, you can't because of the slot here, so... I think you need to activate an on-off switch, probably through the top corner. Okay, yeah, you want to synchronize that, and then you want to kill everything, I think. No, you can just synchronize it, in fact. The synchronization is, in fact, the whole thing. I like that, actually, that you can use the on-off switch to synchronize the whole pattern, and then use that for a single shot. And because otherwise you would be at the mercy of the pipe spawn timing that's coming from pipes of different colors. And so I think the intention here is that you line everything up using the on-off. And then bounce it all at once. Which is pretty unique. I just want to grab the 10 coin if that's connected. I don't think it's connected. Let's do this. 10 coin? No? Don't know which one it is then. There we go. Yeah, a little bit trial and error, but we've got it. Okay, let's fire through here. Oh no, not through there. Fire through here. Yeah, re-grabbing for the dash is a bit of a pain, but we've got it. And the timing works out very nicely. This thing up here looks like it's probably for one up or coin or something, right? Coin, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, that's going to be key. Let's go through here. Notice the P on the right side of that room, in fact. I wonder what that was all about. I think you needed the P switch active from the room where you used the P switch, I guess, and maybe that gave you some kind of bonus. Okay, sure, we can shoot that. I guess it would probably toggle a switch. And that gives you a heart. And yeah, we'll check out a little bit of everything here, but that's the top of the flagpole, so... Nice finish. Okay, Palin Space, if that's your name. Let's try to bring up the code that you suggested earlier, and we'll also change character to Luigi, as Nolan has just suggested. So, hey, Redbeard, welcome. Yeah, Redbeard, been a while since we've been able to find time to do a full-scale escape. Hopefully we'll be able to do that soon enough, but we'll just take one request here quickly. well, 2 requests. One request for Luigi and one for the other puzzle code that we received earlier. Which was this. I'll just repeat it in chat. I have no idea what this is. It was just sent to me just now. We can stare at it for a bit. I do have my own puzzle queue to get through, though, so I'm not going to be taking too many suggestions today. Stumped. It looks like it's going to be Chain Chomp Stumps, and you've got 6 clears so far, and it came up in an expert run for you. Okay. Yeah, decent clear rate on this. Very few plays, of course. Looks like there is a clear condition on it as well, and this is from October of last year. Looks like something potentially using the SMB2 mushroom, probably to pick up stumps, so let's take a look. And yeah, always happy to help out with some puzzles that show up in Expert that you might want to take a look at. So, Glitch, on brand to be stumped by the puzzle? Yeah, very much so. So it looks like the clear condition is to complete with the SMB2 mushroom. We can do a couple of things. We can pick up the spring, we can pick up the stump, and then we need to eventually do what? It looks like the objective will be to get out the door on the right side, top right. In order to do that, we need a stack of 3 objects, unless there is anything like a vertical spring. One thing to be mindful of is that with the on-off state, we don't want to drop anything through the bottom. The idea is just to get stumps over to the right side, I think, and in order to do that, we will probably need to use a combination of the SMB2 high jump as well as... Yeah, because you can jump through a spring just run from below, so... Okay. You can also... you can probably drop one of these up top, in fact. Probably not the spring, we probably want to do this guy. Hang on. No, actually, we probably do want to do that with a stump. Okay, we do need to get out of this position initially, I think. Yeah, because we want the spring to bounce me out the right side, probably. And to do that, I would need to duck. Let's reorder that. I think I should be able to do it. There's also the spike here. I don't know if there's another place that could potentially dispense an SMB2 mushroom for me. We can also go through this door twice to get back to the entry zone in case we need to do a quick reset through here. Interesting that you have the light bulb there, indicating perhaps that something is up. But the thing that I want to do is I want to move one object on top of the donut block, and so I have a clear space. Ideally, we move the stump, not the spring. But we'll see. Yeah, and it just drops straight like that, so... I probably was able to get through here in some order. There we go. Except, of course, we lose the condition for that, so... It's not going to be something like a stump crush. We need to... probably rethink that. Let's restart. Yeah, it looks like there's some kind of execution trick for the first column here in terms of the collision order. Because I would like to be short, and I would like the trampoline to fall on me when I'm short. The way we do that, actually, no, I know how to do that. Okay, so we're standing here now at a correct location. Can I drop this on myself? Not quite. There we go. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. And now we can actually go up through here if we have a second stump. Notice that if we hit the on-off switch, the top stump is potentially an issue. We need to probably find some way to prevent that from blocking on that side. No, we don't. We can just fall back down and fall back to the right. The issue is that as soon as you hit the on-off switch, whatever you put here is going to drop out and become unavailable. And so anything that you put here when you hit the on-off switch, you lose. Unless you do some kind of diagonal stack, like this. So for example, we have access to 3 stumps. Let's say we do something like this, where we do like a sort of weird diagonal thing. Maybe not. Hard to do like a soft drop with this, because SMB2 Mushroom is just going to bounce everything. Yeah, it is just going to bounce everything, I think, but ideally I want to create like a staircase. And if I create a staircase, then I'm able to do the SMB2 jump onto right side without losing a single stump. I think, though, we don't need that many objects. We just need to escort 3 things over. And so I think losing 1 stump is probably fine. To lose 2, however, would just be careless. So let's get over here. We don't want to dump anything on the right side just yet, because the blue blocks would eliminate them. This, however, allows you to go back and forth with SMB2. Ideally, I also just take this guy out right away. Because eventually, as long as we have 3 objects we can stack, that's fine. I don't know why this object... Well, I mean, it's a trampoline because that way it doesn't block you from going up top. So it's probably fine to do this. But the issue is that we are now, I think, 1 object short, because we don't have a way of getting the last one up. We also don't have a way of getting the stump on the left side. So I think the stepladder idea is probably the best idea we have so far. It's just really kind of difficult to set up. And I wonder if there's a less finicky way to do it. Because we just don't want to lose any objects on the lower part there when we do the state switch. So given how finicky the first part is, in fact, I somehow suspect that we'll probably have to do something weird like that. In case you're wondering how I'm able to get the exit done reliably, I'm just ducking and I'm just dropping repeatedly and swapping objects until we get the right interaction where I'm holding 1 stump and being popped out by the spring. I just do it repeatedly until it goes. And that's all there is to it. Yeah, let's try to do some blocking pieces here. Because I should be able to position things maybe to create the step ladder that I was talking about. Also, 1 block... No, it's not going to be enough. You need 2. But if we find some way to just get this stack to go... Hang on. Let's create this surface. Let's maybe create this, just toss. Problem is that the object has such a huge bounce after the fact. Okay, that's great. Almost. Except now we still have an issue with 1 additional piece. You know what? Doing this kind of thing, doing stand and drop, actually does kind of work if you want to create that kind of setup. Maybe we just need to do some kind of weird stacking magic like that, and that's going to be the whole story. Like this. There we go. You see? That's exactly what we need to do. Now let's see if I can reach. I should be able to reach. Perfect, perfect. I can't go back over now, though. But that's how we do it. That's how we do it. We stand to the right of the stump, and then we drop, and we create a stack that is not going to be destroyed. That's exactly how we do it. And then the question is, do I actually have enough objects to play with when I am out of here? Nope. Okay. Because you've got 4 stumps and 1 spring. You know that 2 stumps are going to be used for the staircase. And once that happens, that's going to be fine. Let's stack this over here. We kind of needed that half tile position though, so hang on. Maybe this isn't quite right. Let's try to drop it like this. Hang on. Yeah, positionally, you do need to do a little bit of trial and error. But here's how we're going to do it. We do it like this. We drop. This position should check out. Let's grab a stump just in case. Notice that eventually we will need to put 2 stumps back to the left side in order to grab the top stump. But we have 2 stumps that are alive here, so we can do that. We hit the on-off switch. We get up here. This guy we don't need. We get him out of the way. And that's fine, because we'll have plenty of objects to play with. Drop down here. And now we do the placement once again. In order to get the top stump up here, except... Can I dash under it? Yes, I can. And now it doesn't matter if we lose 2 stumps because we have 3 objects to play with. We're perfectly fine. We're done, in fact. Absolutely no problem. And Ubiquitous Swedish Filch, welcome. Yeah, absolutely no problem. As long as we don't accidentally hit the spike and lose the clear condition or something. And as long as there are no sudden surprises at the end. Okay, so we just stack at the end, I guess. And that's pretty much going to be it. What's this all about? Well, let's see. And yeah, hope that was a helpful look at this. I mean, do you need a little bit of item handling jank to get out of the initial location, but once you get to the stacking part itself, I think it's actually quite clear. It's just that the positioning takes a lot of fussing around. But we got it. Pretty satisfying, too. So thank you for that suggested puzzle. Well, let's get back to the list I was going to go through. And yeah, you're always welcome to try to drop me some more things like this during the puzzle stream if something came up during Expert. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to bring up something else. This is also a very new puzzle. And it is going to be back in 3D World. Whoops. So I'll punch the code in the chat. This is a new puzzle by Lupin Snoop, here designated as Lupin Toop because that's the secondary account, who is one of the most technically knowledgeable people in Mario Maker, although he's been busy with Game Builder Garage content for the past couple of months. So nice to have Loop back with a new puzzle that currently has an 8-minute 11 world record. Mario is ready to build some bridges, but sourcing the wood might be tough. Looks like we might be in for some hammers and crates, actually, so... I just know that Loop said something about building a new track block puzzle, and as you can see, this came up just within the last week, so... Let's break this thing. Okay, it's going to be Hammersuit, 3 1-ups for Endless, and a P-switch, which is actually just going to be an indicator for the crate. And this instantly bounces you. Looks like the idea here is that if you... yeah, look at this conveyor slope. I think if you bounce into this, maybe... no. On-off switch is going to activate the track block. Track block is going to... I'm just looking at a spike there, and I guess we need to get a key. The key is probably in the block. In order to get that, we need to activate a P switch or drop a crate into the P location, because of course that's what the beginning of the puzzle was teaching me. The idea then will be to use the track block to move a crate and drop it here, and the spike ball hits the key. So this is kind of a tutorial section. That's all it is. And it shows you that this kind of setup prevents you from going through, but allows the crate to go through, which is what you need. I assume, too, that because of this placement here, that I'm not actually able to drop the crate in this slot without it going through. That's sort of interesting. That I didn't know 100% that would be the case, that this would be unbreakable and that you wouldn't be able to go through yourself personally. Because it seems like this would be really kind of a risky thing to do, but maybe the use of the trampoline and its resultant hitbox does prevent that. Here for this puzzle, we're going to try to drop 2 crates in both of the P positions, and we know how to do the one that's going to be on the right side, I think. That's going to be fairly simple. The one on the left is the one that's going to be interesting, so we need to see this pattern. And yeah, that's actually how we do it. We drop like that. Then we spawn a second crate. And then we send this through. That's going to get the other drop as long as... Whoops, no, we need to probably obstruct from here. There we go. That gives you the key, and we are through. Okay, it looks like we need to use all 5 crates this time. So... yeah, let's just figure this out. It is going to be the same kind of column design as before. So the trick here is to think about how to drop some of the 2 Ps that are in a row. I think the idea is that you do need to stack 2 crates at a time, like this. Yeah, that's exactly how you do it, in fact. And then you drop 2 at a time. I kind of fear that the spike ball is going to smash this stuff, so we need to do the right side first. Yeah, the order absolutely does matter. Okay, let's watch this. And then, that's kind of centered. I don't quite like that, but that's okay. As long as this drops to the left, we'll be fine. And because you'll eventually have that push that is on the bottom, so... Now that's kind of interesting. Oh, whoops. Got a bit of a weird bounce off the spike ball. Yeah, because you... No, that's fine, actually. You can get the track block to just drop 1 here. Or rather... Hang on. We have to play with this a bit. I wish there were a sort of quicker reset in this one. Other than just spawning tons and tons of crates, but... A push like this is going to drop just fine. That's not exactly what I was going for, but okay. I kind of wish there were a better way to... I mean, obviously order does matter. We need to do the right side column first. And to do the right side column, we just need a stack of 2 tracks that are together. And there's an easy way to do that. Let me just... And yeah, the order absolutely does matter. Otherwise, the blaster just smashes everything. This is going to be a bit off-center. I don't know if it's going to work exactly. No, it's just going to get smashed. But that's okay. We can just do the other one quickly. Well, not that quickly. And yeah, you can't just keep spawning and respawning crates because eventually the first ones get deleted. Because when you use all 5 crates... I wish I could just smash them and start over. Let's just smash crates, maybe. No, hang on. Yeah, let's just reset by spawning all 5 and then smashing. That's the best way to do it. Okay, we dropped 2 crates on top of each other. Nope. Whoops. Wrong way. Hang on. Let's do this again. Okay. I feel like this is going to be off-center a little bit, which is not great. Yeah, no, let's just reset this thing again. Or we just wait for this. No, hang on. Okay, there we go. Finally. And then we stop. We hit. There we go. That's going to nudge. And then that should go over just fine. Okay, good. Except now we do have a bit of an issue. I think we needed to create a row of 2 on the bottom first, actually. Because now we don't have a way to drop a block that is on the 3rd column from the left. So we need to do the bottom row on the right side first. Then we drop an additional block on top of that. Then we do the 2 on the left, because otherwise everything gets smashed up. But yeah, we have 91 seconds. Let's just redo this the easy way and smash everything. Yeah, I need to let this reset back into position. No, I see what to do as well, Glitch. I absolutely see it. I just needed to test various interactions first before we got too far into this thing. I think I will run out of time, though, on this one. Yeah, we do need to push the left side first. Now, does that smash? It does smash. Okay, no, we need to... We need to do this one first. Like, this block, we have to do it one at a time, in fact. Yeah, the issue was that it was trying to drop 2 blocks at a time. You can't do that, because if you drop 2 blocks at a time, the one that is on the 3rd column from the left is going to drop first. And if it drops first, the spike ball kills it. We're going to get timeout in this one. I don't think we're past any kind of checkpoints, so let's just start over. And yeah, Glitch, no need to say it. Of course, you know how things go around here, so I know you understand that. But I absolutely see it. Anyway, I'm going to do the tutorial segment here quickly. Just to get through it. And yeah, here we'll do the right side first. Drop that. And then wait for the blocks once again. And then hopefully the spike ball doesn't hit this in midair. Good. There we go. Okay, so now here's the ordering puzzle. We need to do it one at a time, for reasons that will become clear. We're going to prepare this guy. Okay. And then we do the next one after that. And this one we're going to drop 2 at a time. I'll show you how that's going to go in just a moment. But we need to stop this. We drop 1. We raise this, or move it to the right rather. We drop 2. Stop. And then drop. There we go. And then now we do the remaining 2. And yeah. Well, let's reposition this so we can get 2 back on top. Gonna be a little off center, but that's okay. That's fine. Okay, that's gonna be fine. We're through. Okay, gonna be checkpoint. And oh, nice little flying block pattern here to get you through. Very fancy. There's a way to push the player through right away. One moment while I just read this. And we'll go through here. And yeah, Nolan Nepog, jumping is a solution to many, many problems. No, I like to take my time to just read what to do. If you drop the donut block, you're able to move the snake block. We need to see the snake block pattern first before we do anything, and then we'll just take the reset door afterwards. Yeah, so you can't ride the snake block, and crates can't ride the snake block either. Actually, I wondered about the collision priority on this. Okay, collision priority is that the snake block holds that up just fine. So wait, let's just watch the snake block position again. I do need to see it. Bounce platform is going to be permanent. It's not an on-off activated one, I don't think. Yeah, it's going to be pushing all the way to the right there, so... everything we drop on the right side is going to be safe. However, we do need the snake block. Okay, so here's the thing. Snake block, if it pushes one crate, what happens to the crates that are stacked on top of that crate? Do they remain in position as the bottom one gets pushed, or does the entire stack move? We need to determine that, and we... Because I don't know that from memory, I don't think. So we'll need to drop 3 crates in the central column. Looks like there's some... no, there's no risk of them getting destroyed by the spike, I don't think. So, okay, so that's going to be true. We are going to push this guy. And then you have to do another snake block push. No, you only get 1 snake block, actually. And because you only get 1 snake block, you have to... stack all 5 in position before you do that. Either that or... no, I know how to do it. I know how to do it. You just do the whole 5 stack on top of the track block ahead of time. By stacking 2, hitting this, moving this over. Hang on. Stacking 2. Doing the complete drop. And then doing the spike ball push. So this is really important information, that the spike ball... well, the spike ball is going to be a massive issue there with timing. But the snake block is going to push the entire stack at a time. And that's the key to this puzzle. And that's all there is to it. It's very, very simple, in fact. Okay. We need this timing to not get totally blown up. That's unfortunate. Just a bit of a displacement there. I don't think this is salvageable. We should go back. Yeah. Obviously, some of the collision logic in 3D World can be pretty rough for stuff like this. So we'll just have to do the best we can with what we have here. But I don't really know that there's a good timing for that. Okay, no, that works. That's fine. We're probably going to time out and we'll have to do that one again, but that's okay. The objective here is going to be to hit the POW block with the spike ball. The spike ball hits the POW block and that removes the thwomp. There's going to be a reset here as well. We need, of course, to place the POWs in either position and also not bounce them because the bounce platform is going to be toggled by the on-off. So when we are ready for everything in this room to complete, the state needs to be on. And once again, we can just remove the whole snake block. I'm just wondering what a snake block pattern is. Yeah, the snake block needs to be in place. And that's going to be interesting because I think objects on top of the snake block, of course, they remain in position while the snake block slides underneath. So the idea is that you actually need to stack everything in a way that, yeah, you stack everything on the top side of the snake block. and then you let it drop when it curls around. It should be long enough that I think that works. You just stack everything on top of the snake block in advance then, in the position that you want for a straight drop. And then you make sure the on switch is set to on while everything has already been stacked. And then you activate the snake block. We will hit timeout in this one, so we'll need to think about this fairly carefully because, yeah, there will be a little bit of crate pushing from right to left in order to position the ones that are on the left side. I wonder what the purpose of the whole bounce setup is then. I think maybe there's some kind of anti-cheese going on there, but it is going to enforce the on state. That's the important thing. Anyway, let's do this one again. Fairly simple as long as we don't mess with the spike ball timing too much. And there's an easy way to do that, actually, that I've discovered. You activate this before the spike ball comes out. There we go. That's going to work just fine. Okay, next. Here, let's do the left side first, because I think that's going to be easier to manage. In order to do that, we stack 1. We stack 2. Nope, that's wrong. Hang on. Let's do this again. Reset. We could have just used a reset door as well, but we're going to be stylish instead. And yeah, we'll just do everything in advance. And yeah, I see how this is going to go, in fact. We stack 1, like this, then we release it. No. Hang on. That's not right. That's not quite right. Yeah, it's the bottom left one that I'm not sure about right now. Because how do I get something pushed to the left? It looks like the track block would need to... It needs to be on the right side of the track block. Here's why. You push it like this, but then the track block is going to drag it back to the right side, and so that's the thing that I want to prevent right now. And the track block is placed in such a way that you can't just obstruct it with a bunch of stuff. We need to rethink the left one. Because the block, in order to drop from there, would need to be obstructed by something. Either that, or we find some other way to push it. Now, this straight drop is pretty useful. It's just going to give us one piece over there, but what we can do is maybe try to obstruct a track block. I think it's just going to push, though, right? It is just going to push, yeah. We know that, because that's what the whole level has been doing so far. Yeah, so if my idea is to stack everything on the snake block ahead of time, the bottom left one is the current issue. And I wonder that's why we have to use the bounce platforms now, in order to correct for that. In fact, I think I know how it's going to work. Snake block is going to push... no, it's going to push on a bottom level, though, so that's not going to do what I want. I want probably something like this. That you drop 3, or drop, yeah, you drop 3, and then you push 1. Problem is that there's one block there that's wasted right now, and so I'll need to remove the first 2 blocks and smash that top one. Bounce platform doesn't affect objects with a snake on top of it. Yeah, because the snake block takes collision priority. So I think the bounce platform is probably some kind of anti-cheese measure. But I haven't thought about exactly how that's going to work. So we need to probably remove 2 of those blocks. And we can do that. That's perfect, in fact. Let's do that. And then we can do the remaining stack just fine. Nope, sorry. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Smashing it is acceptable. Okay, we move this. And then we do a hammer swing just to get the grab button working again. And then we leave this in the on-off state. Here's the trick, is that I don't want the spike ball to smash anything when the snake block is going, so this is going to be a little bit timing dependent. No, but the spike ball is going to be blocked until everything drops, so that should be fine. Ooh. That I did not expect. Because I stacked everything as instructed, and it actually just smashed the P-blocks in a lower level. I feel like that's not right. I feel like that was the correct thing for the intended solution, and that maybe some kind of block alignment just didn't work out. Because there's no way. Like, you're giving me this instruction clear as day. I think I have every expectation that should work. Let's just try it again. Once again, just going to do a 3 stack over here, and then we're going to reclaim one of those blocks. Okay. Okay, smash. And then, whoops. Yeah, that's the thing, is that, like, with the spike ball timing potentially messes with stuff. Depending on whether it just smashes what you're using as it comes out. Okay, that's correct. I think the spike ball had a bad bounce off the top of the snake block as the snake block was going down. I think that's what happened, but I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, so I did the correct thing, I just didn't get the right kind of bounce. And luckily we do have a checkpoint here at 75 seconds to protect against timeout. Okay, so once again, stacking order looks like it is going to matter here. And it looks like we need to push things onto the correct column and then drop them. Like that. So the question is, how do we do the remaining drop? I think we need to think about this. Yeah, no, that's fine actually, because you just stop the track block at a given position, and you can drop things pretty much whenever you like. Like this is going to just drop here, like that. And we're going to time out here, but you can see... Oh, we got the key. Huh. I didn't even need to get a last block, that's fine. But we are going to time out, so at least we got the solution to that one quickly. So no time to read this one, we'll just time out and go back there again. Okay, same idea. Just going to send us all the way. Then all the way back. And yeah, Glitch, glad you could come by to see some Cannon Box puzzles. among other things. And hope you're doing well. Let's let this fire first. There we go. It's not going to quite make it across this time, just given the placement, so we'll do something a little bit less cheesy. It's going to be a speed strat, though, for anybody who is precise enough to be crazy enough to try that. And that's going to pop us through. Reset door over here again, of course. A snake block pattern. Let's see where the snake block goes. We need to see it. It only goes that far. Okay. So, yeah, it looks like that's how we're going to push the P on the second column from the left, then. So we probably want a stack of 2 on the left side. Stack of 2 on the left side is going to be pushed into position by the snake block afterwards. And the spike ball is nowhere near that, so that's not going to be an issue. We need to see, of course, the crate pattern going here with a conveyor belt that gets smashed on the right side. So, looks like what is likely happening then is you just can't have this on top of the conveyor. That you probably need to create this kind of blocking piece. And then that allows you to drop 3. Yeah, there we go. And then you can drop the 4th one if you want, because it's just going to be smashed. Or, well, it'll come back this way, and okay, that'll work beautifully, in fact. In fact, that works great, because we now have an easy method for doing left side. Yeah, that's going to get smashed, that's fine. That's fine. Let's see if we can recreate what I was doing here. No. What was I doing there? Oh, yes, you need... How did I do that? Oh, the crate got deflected. That's what happened. Yeah, yeah. And so you actually need to send the crates into the pipe as you go. I think that's the idea here. Drop this on top, send it in, it deflects, and then it gets pushed. And then you activate a snake block, which I forgot to reset. So let's just do this over again now that we've found a whole solution. No, we need to move this back. Move one piece in here. And then, hopefully we have enough room. Good. For all 3 of these. And then we send that over. Nope, that's going to be smashed. We need to send it through the pipe. And we'll need to do that twice. Okay, let's do another one. It's not going to go quite far enough. That's okay, because that will get smashed. Yeah, that was just a pure positioning issue, in that it was too centered to go through the pipe. And we do that, we push with the snake block, and that's going to be it. We need to be careful with the spike ball, of course, so we don't run into any issues, but that should do it. And down we go. Looks like we just stacked 2 crates down here, and look at the thwomp here. I think that's trying to say GG to me, but maybe... Oh, I think I know what's going to happen. You're going to hit the flagpole, that's going to activate the thwomp pattern, and that's probably going to give you like a GG message at the end in a very fancy setting. I bet that's what's going to happen. GG, there we go. Actually, just kills the thwomps, of course, when you hit the flagpole, because they are enemies. And there we are. And next GM, yeah, don't worry about that. Lurk however you like, or catch whatever streams you will. Always glad to have you here to say hi, so. That's going to be it for that one. Going through some of these that are pretty good at pace today. There's actually another one by Loop that I had marked for quite some time, in fact. It's more of a dungeon piece. It's a 3D world level once again, and it's a Zelda dungeon that does not involve Link. called Divine Beast Van Sky Chicken. So let's take a look at this and see how it goes. I don't know how much of a puzzle proper it is, but it might involve a lot of 3D world puzzles and have something to do with chickens and nothing to do with Link. Okay, so we have the entrance to the chicken. We have a lot of track blocks. We also have an on-off switch that is going to move the track blocks. However, I like before I decide to pop back in. The idea, I think, is to move track blocks into position such that I'm able to get through the pipe and therefore go through to grab the key. A lot of fancy dash panels here as well. So let's just see the track block pattern. This is going to be important, probably. Yeah, there we go. This is just a bit of a tutorial room, in fact. So, and we'll enter the chicken. Interesting cloud blocks underneath the chicken. I wonder if that's accessible somehow. Anyway, we're inside the chicken interior. You can kind of see by the shape of this room that it does sort of match the chicken head, even if it's not to scale. On-off switch will unblock this and also move something on the left. Currently, we can only do one thing, which is go through here. Probably have to wall jump to the right afterwards, and we'll do that. It is safe down there, though. Once you account for the airship camera bob, which is, as always, going to be a bit of an issue. On-off switch is going to move track blocks. It looks like the track blocks will just move into position to give me the pipes that I want. So we have a choice of entrances here. We can go through here if we really want. I don't currently see what the objective is, but on-off switches, yeah, you do need the off state to get back out of here. It looks like we can probably create another pipe platform to work with. Twister is going to blow me all the way up. We'll just do that. Look at that, it's a rupee. It's 1 rupee. But many coins. Which gives you a sense of the exchange rate. Mushroom is going to allow me to break everything, so we'll just break everything and that's how we'll progress. Also, Mushroom, of course, is reloadable through the pipe, so we don't need to worry too much about losing it. Dropping the Twister will allow me to go through here. Also, let's check this guy. 1 up. We do need to move that out of the way, just to get an exit. And we need to move that further, in fact, to get up through the next pipe. So let's just do that. Oh, we probably should have broken this stuff. Except I can't do it from this position. Or for that matter, yeah. No, we actually can't do that placement here. We'll just need to go back and do whatever it was we did formerly to get through the bottom. Let me think about this. We just need to have that unblocked. We don't need the track block on the right to support anything. The middle position is just fine as long as we are able to access that. Kind of nice, actually, that you have 3 separate positions for all these track blocks and that to give you a very wide variety of different possible entrances. Yeah, some things look like they'll eventually be broken sideways with something like the cat or the hammer. Probably the cat, given how much the hammer will break stuff. Let's just smash everything. And yeah, eventually some of this stuff will need to be hit from the side. And we need to go through with the Twister coming in this direction. And then we're going to hit checkpoint pretty quickly here. And the wind, of course, is well in keeping with the Sky Chicken theme. Or even the Va Meadow theme and Breath of the Wild, which is... Oh, Boomerang, even better. Boomerang's fun. Boomerang is always tons of fun, in fact. Yeah, last week when we were doing an unfinished business stream, we played an amazing boomerang level, which was a combination platforming and puzzle level. And boomerang is right at checkpoint as well, so that'll be how progress will continue here. Smash this, grab one up for endless. And then we can probably get back in position to enter this pipe and continue. Yeah, eventually we'll go up top, but the way we do that is by creating this exit over here, such that we're able to get out of here once the track block on the right side has been completely raised. Now, I don't know if there was anything else to smash with the boomerang on the left side. I don't think there was. We'll go through here, and here we are. That's an exit. Oh, 30 coin over there. That's okay. Unfortunately, we can't go back for that. Lots of P-doors everywhere here. I wonder how much of that is just decorative. And, yeah, we can hit the question block from the side, of course. Grab a 1-up, and then onwards. Notice the ice blocks on the right side of that room. Looks like there's... I mean, it's ice blocks. There's not going to be any kind of scroll stop, so... We're going to have a pom-pom fight. Always nice to have pom-pom on unstable platforms. Very difficult to do a good pom-pom platform setup, but it's always impressive when you see a fight that uses her in a way that actually works well. This is going to be a problem. I like this pom-pom fight, actually. It spaces you out in a way that really makes you navigate all of her different forms. Because it's very hard to make pom-pom non-trivial, that's the issue. And you do need setups with her that really keep the player in the air and on your toes all the time. And I like how this fight actually kind of puts you below pom-pom on occasion. And also has these twisters kind of shifting positions here and there. Because you kind of need to give her the high ground sometimes in order to have her not just be a total cakewalk. That's okay. We'll hit. Lost a boomerang, or rather didn't manage to claim the boomerang at the ending there. Okay, no boomerang for me, unfortunately, but we can just get on top of this twister. I wonder if, yeah, sometimes there might be some bonus content if we manage to go through this and go over the flagpole. I bet we can. I don't know if there's anything, but if we go through the final screen, no, we'll see there's nothing. And tall Luigi will just get jammed there, except he doesn't walk over because it's 3D World. Okay, it worked out pretty well. Quite short and sweet, in fact. And sometimes there's something interesting to look at in the main screen, but here, yeah, you just see that you enter this body of the chicken. Yeah, nice to do a short and simple dungeon flow like that. Okay, let's do something else. I've got a bit of a list to get through. And we've been making good progress so far, so. This one has been sitting in my backlog for a couple weeks now, waiting to be played. I will, of course, copy the code into chat in case anybody wants to take a look at it. This is Blast Puzzle, one-screen puzzle by Major, who is a contributor to 6YMM, has been making kind of very springy, bouncy platforming experiences for 6YMM, but is a maker of some very good one-screen puzzles that we solved in recent weeks. This one has been up since August, version 2, but apparently nobody has really truly broken it. Only 4 clears so far, though, so we'll see if we can add to that with a 5th. Yeah, the last time Major came here to submit me a puzzle, I took forever to do this like really simple thing. Also, we are in Super Mario World Castle, which always worries me because it means that we might have accidental music copyright detection that mutes my stream in the VOD, which is super, super annoying. But hopefully we don't stare at things too long to trigger anything like that. And if it's a real problem, we'll just mute the audio voluntarily so you can hear me speak. But I usually can't tell until the end of the recording. So anyway, I'm looking at this. I see that the objective here is to go through the key door at the very end. The key door looks like it is directly over lava, so we do need a P-switch activation in order to have the P-switch active to get me over there. If the P-switch in the middle is activated, you're blocked from leaving the right side, which indicates to me that perhaps you need to blow up the block under the P-switch with the bomb in order to drop it down below. If you drop it down below, then you use the on-off switches. Well, you would have needed to switch it to the off state by that point. You activate the P-switch. You need to activate the P-switch in the bottom right corner in such a way that you are not blocked by that single P-block. You create 2 P-blocks on the bottom right, and then that allows you to get to the key. So, first question is, how do we do this? We want a bomb here. And it looks like we'll probably need to play hot potato with a bomb at some point in order to get it through a door here and there. We also need a key. That's going to be a major objective here. And in order to do that, we can't have issues with the icicle. We may be able to do a bomb throw on the top layer, because I think given this one-way panel and the key there, that sometimes a thrown object is able to touch the key and pick it up for you. The collision rules aren't always clear, but I've done that before with picking up keys through walls, that sometimes a thrown object is actually going to do the trick. That coin there would be affected by the P-switch, but I don't know if that's important. It doesn't look like it would be important, but you never know. Also notice that if you come out the top door here, you would be forced back. Probably for some kind of timing reason. If you come through here, however, you get to pick up the first bomb. Picking up the first bomb is fine, because you can... I think if you dropped... Oh, here's one thing to check. This is really important to check. Donut block... Yeah, donut blocks prevent you from doing too much with the bomb. You can't really take that bomb through because of the donut block issue. However, what you can do is you place the bomb here. You place the bomb here, that allows you to respawn more bombs that allow you to drop them onto the note block. The note block is probably going to give you something else. I don't know what. We need to find out. Nolan, you have millions of males on Twitch. I don't know why that would be, unless you just have tons of people gifting you subs all the time, but whatever works. Okay, we do that, we reset, and then we drop another bomb through that slot here to figure out what gets activated. Mushroom, okay. Okay, so, we would actually need to drop a bomb from this location. In order to drop a bomb from this location, that's going to be tough because the bomb can't be active at that stage. We would need to escort a bomb over to the left side somehow, or keep it inactive. Like, well, here's the thing. What does the mushroom get me? The mushroom would mainly be useful for taking a damage boost on the icicle and then running to the right to grab the key directly. That seems to be the most useful thing you can do with the mushroom. So we need to figure out how to perhaps set up a blocking piece on the left side. I think the idea is that eventually if we get the P-switch, before activating the P-switch, we can come here, drop the P-switch, use it as a block, and then grab the mushroom from there. Because, yeah, the key can come last if we want, as long as we still have access to the P-switch afterwards. And I see nothing necessarily preventing that, so I think that will be fine. So this will be a dead attempt because of the mushroom issue, but we can... also notice that the on-off switch is going to blow up the bomb that's on the bottom left and destroy that. However, you can grab this bomb. You can also just activate it to blow up this block here and then respawn through the door in order to make that bomb accessible down here. the purpose of doing that is that eventually you want the bomb to wind up in this location. And so the idea is that you would come through here with the donut blocks already down, hopefully, because that's the only way that you would be able to... Yeah, you hit the bomb, you get the bomb. No, you need to activate the donut blocks first. The idea is that you have to make sure that you can actually get a bomb down here. And to do that, I think possibly you need to block this location with something. Because otherwise the bomb would just fall down, right? Yeah, the issue currently is speed. If you drop both the donut blocks, then, like, how do you get a bomb down here quickly enough when donut blocks are blocking you everywhere? That's the question. And it looks like, you know, potentially maybe if we have a way to just have the bomb walk down, that would be great. But we need to respawn things first, so... Yeah, the bomb is just going to walk in that location. Don't know if there's a good way to deal with it, because it is going to detonate pretty quickly. We can check that timing, though, and just see how bad it is. The donut blocks seem set up in such a way that you do have to deal with them, no matter what you do. And yeah, as you can see, the bomb is within range if you drop it on top of the P-switch, and then... That's fine. The issue is that I can't seem to do that fast enough. Anyway, let's not deal with the mushroom yet. This coin makes me wonder, because as I said before, P-switch is going to affect that coin. And I don't know what that's useful for. Oh, I know what that's useful for. I know what that's useful for. Okay. If this coin transforms into a block, then you can use that block to bump something up one slot. I don't think that's useful for the bombs, though, because with the bombs, like, if the bomb gets bumped, it does switch to its ignited form. So maybe that's not that useful. But I was thinking that, like, if this is something that you can hit, then you can affect an object that is placed above it. And that is potentially something that could be helpful. Anyway, let's redo some of this stuff. We almost certainly do need to do this quickly. But then the question is what we do with the fact that the bomb ends up down here. One thing that's potentially useful for is remote activation of the on-off switch. Because let's say you stomp a bomb here, then you just run, and then you have a bomb detonate late. Why would you want to do that? Yeah, in general, well, I don't want to do that, obviously. That was a mistake. But here's one important thing to notice. That's P-switch activation... Oh, I see. If the P-switch activates, you can't... you can hit the block, I guess. You could still go through here. And J Eagle, yeah, Night Owls unite, absolutely. This is a fairly regular time for me because, honestly, I'm unable to sit down with video games continuously during the day. And so, that's why we do what we do. Yeah, because you can have a remote activation of the on-off switch. Why would we want to do that? Probably something involving this. Also notice that these blocks, if you place a bomb in this spot here, it's still going to be within range of blasting this. You don't necessarily need the on state or the off state to do it, rather. And yeah, Jay Eagle, thank you for the follow. Did you have a day off or a night off? I guess you work at night, you got a night off. But we don't need to be too technical about that. So yeah, you can toggle that to on. You can get through here fairly quickly for... I'm just thinking of different, like, sort of hot potato setups that I can do with the bomb. We know that the note block gives me mushroom. We don't want to deal with that until we have found a way to release the P-switch. It looks like bomb in this position is the best way to release the P-switch, but I think I have to be fast. That maybe we need to, like, have some kind of other alternating pattern with the donut blocks. Hit something, grab a bomb. I just don't think that I can ever do this quickly enough, though. That's the issue. Yeah, because no matter what, if you run the whole circuit, the donut blocks are going to be back in time. Like no, if you're really speedy, you can actually beat it. I think. But I'd have to pick up the bomb first. That's the issue. So I can't just drop back here while picking up the bomb, I think. Because I need to pick up the bomb, I think I'm going to be obstructed by the donut blocks. Like, it's going to be a really tight timing. Unless we do it with the other donut block. Like, we do it like this. That's not accessible at this point, though, so it's not going to be that. Anyway, 20 seconds left on this attempt. And... yeah, it's all right, Nolan. We don't need hints, I don't think. I am just going to play around with this. You're saying take the bomb and break the wall. Yeah, I don't think there's anything breakable that we don't already know about. Notice the scroll push at the beginning, actually. I think it's probably just to make sure we have a bit more room to play with in the bottom left box. Because I... oh, and also, of course, probably for the donut block setup on the left side. Let's do the P-switch activation, in fact, just to see what happens. P-switch does all of that. Okay. That's as expected. Nothing new there. Yeah, because we can take the bomb, we can... let me think about this. Yeah, because the trick currently is... So our main objective right now is to break this block. Once we break this block, we've got tons of progress. But we need to do something about the donut timing. I'm not sure I can be quick enough. I feel like that's not going to be the case unless I have the mushroom. But I'm currently thinking that P-switch has to be before mushroom. If the P-switch is not before the mushroom, then... yeah, because here's the thing. We need to take a damage boost already off the icicle. We can't take 2 damage boosts because we only have access to 1 mushroom. Because I was thinking that if we actually have a damage boost available here, I am able to drop the bomb in this location and grab the P. So we need to do the thing that I was talking about earlier, which is try to throw the bomb into this location. I think this really looks like a mushroom damage boost location, though. I think it's rather explicitly the case. I don't think the bomb is going to hit through the one-way panel. We can go up top, of course, because it's the half-screen scroll lock. That will achieve absolutely nothing. So let's go through here, grab this coin, come back. Yeah, just thinking of ways that I could potentially reposition the bomb somehow. Yeah, I don't think the timing is ever really going to work here. Nor is that. However, well, I mean, we're not really clear yet on what I can do with this bomb that's in the initial location, or why it would be blocked by the blue switch. I mean, that bomb we know gives us this, which gives us mushroom. And the problem with mushroom is, well, we can drop this, but I think the circuit is also going to be difficult to complete in terms of timing. Yeah, in terms of doing this. Like, you need to take something here, drop it, and then go grab the mushroom. So that's in the event that we don't have the P at that point. If we don't have the P, we don't have anything to block the mushroom. But so we would have to drop an object from here. And we would specifically have to drop the bomb from there. And I don't think I... no, I won't have time to do that, because if we spawn out that door with the bomb, it will almost certainly detonate. Unless we have a throw at the end or something. We can check the throw timing, of course. No, we don't need to restart to test this. Although, I've got 40 seconds, so restart is likely anyway. Yeah. To turn this back on, we would need a remote detonation, so let's go back. And let's rethink a bunch of this stuff. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to set things up to do mushroom first. So here, this is going to be mushroom. We basically have two things we can do. We can block the mushroom with P, or we can drop a bomb in this location. And I feel like dropping a bomb by, say, going through this door is going to go too slowly, because it is going to detonate by the time you get through the donut blocks. You can do a throw here. I don't really think that's going to go into slot, though, so we'll... So, for example, hot potato it over. It's totally going to detonate by the time I can chuck it. That's actually reasonably close, in fact. Maybe it is doable that way. It's actually surprisingly safe. No, it got jammed up a bit there. Like, if you throw right at the slope, I think maybe it can actually get the right kind of bounce to get through. And if you get mushroom first, you're in great shape. No, we needed to break this first anyway, so... Yeah, maybe the timing doesn't work. The donuts really do slow everything down dramatically. No, we needed to get the break first. Let's not forget that. And, yeah, Johanna's back. Welcome. So yeah, this gives you the mushroom. We just need to figure out how to activate it. And activate it in a way that is going to make sense. I'm looking at the bomb spawning location in the top right as well. I'm thinking... Yeah, one thing we can do is... What if we had... Like, why would you want to use the blue block for anything other than a remote bomb detonation? And what would a remote bomb detonation in that blue location even do? Because you can do it. Like, if the bomb is initially in that location, you can blow it up with this. I feel like that's a quality check thing and not actually a thing we can play with, but... Jay Eagle, yeah, feel free to drop the code and I'll try to get to it afterwards. I don't formally run a queue on the puzzle streams because I don't know how long anything is going to take, so I can't really promise I'll get to it, but we can kind of casually take requests, so do feel free to drop that for me. And you say a short and simple 10-second puzzle level. Okay, very interesting. So yeah. I mean, this is clearly breakable, but the thing is, why would we want the bomb to walk over to this location? The only reason we'd want to do that is to do some kind of remote detonation here, right? Unless there's any kind of up throw that I can do somewhere. And thank you for that, Jay Eagle. So yeah, we'll try to keep that in mind for afterwards if you're still here when we finish this one. We've been getting through these at a pretty decent pace so far today, but this one, I mean, I deliberately picked a harder one, so. You ain't sleeping anytime soon, good to know. Great minds think alike. Okay, so we need to, the purpose of the remote detonation with the bomb on the on-off switch is so you can, in fact, reset into the on state and have access to the first bomb again. So let's go back to the first bomb. The other thing that occurs to me is this coin. This coin... Oh, no, I get it. You need to leave the coin in place, I think. If you leave the coin in place by, for example, activating the P-switch first, then a bomb detonated in this location drops the coin. If it drops the coin drops on top of the note block. Note block spawns a mushroom, you grab the mushroom. That's how you do it. So we need the coin, and that means we do a full respawn. Yeah, I was wondering about that coin. I think the purpose of the coin is going to be coin drop. So the question is, are the right side coins useful for anything? I don't know if they are. But we need to step on a P-switch first to find out. Because if you don't step on a P-switch, then you lose the coin when you go up top. Whoops, let's go up. So now we're going to take the bomb, we're going to go through a door. We detonate this thing, we raced... Oh no, I forgot to get the door, hang on. Not the door rather, but the bottom block. We need to get the bottom block first. So let's do that. Okay, this is significant progress. We've managed to figure out a big thing with this level, so... Okay. P-switch again. Bomb again. Back to the coin. Drop the coin. Race it to the mushroom. Okay, mushroom gets me key. However, we also need the mushroom, I think, in order to drop the bomb here. We also can't go through as the mushroom here. That's actually an important constraint, because... Oh, that is an important constraint. Maybe we need to do that whole thing second then, because we need to release the other bomb... No, we don't. The bomb on top right is for breaking the wall on the bottom. We need to respawn this bomb. The reason for that is that we can... No, Nolan, I'm not going to be stepping on the P-switch myself. The reason... I'm very glad that your backseating is not actually helpful. But that's okay. That's sort of within bounds. No, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to be stepping on this bomb. I want to take this bomb over to the donut blocks. I'm going to take damage because I want the bomb to blow up the block that's underneath the P. And if it blows up the block that's underneath the P, I'm going to take damage, but while I have invincibility frames, I'm able to get under the icicle and grab the key. So watch this. Go through here. Whoops, too slow, too slow. No, too slow. No, if I actually did that smoothly, I felt like I could, in fact, drop the bomb here. Because if you're carrying the bomb within range, it's going to blow up the block, then you get through here quickly. And then while you are invincible, you go through the icicle and grab the key. That's the idea that I have in mind. This level is fantastic. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, let's hit the P. Well, I mean, I don't want to say it's fantastic until I've seen the whole solution. Sometimes puzzles can be fantastic, and then you hit a major snag at the very end that is not as well designed. And that happens, but we just deal with it. Yeah, after a while, you really do... Like, when you play enough puzzle levels, you get a good sense of who knows how to design them and who doesn't. I play a lot of Major's puzzles, Major being the designer of this one, because he actually does know what he's doing. Okay, we go through here. Yeah, Johannes back. The end goal is the key door, but if you look at the key door, there's lava under it, and also 2 P blocks under it. So the P switch needs to be active when you go through the key door, and in order to do that, you need to drop the P switch by blowing up the hard block that is underneath the P switch. And yeah, no worries about being garbage at puzzles. Next GM, I find that a lot of people who are garbage at puzzles, therefore, like to watch me solve puzzles, so they don't have to. I do it for them. The same way that other people play precision levels, so I don't have to. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to activate the donut blocks as fast as I can. Timing is going to be tight on this. No, too slow. Too slow. Maybe we need to write one after all, except to write one... Yeah, no, I still don't like that. I was hoping for a bomb drop here. I wonder... So I don't know what to do with this whole red block setup up here yet. I wonder if there is something that we need to do to... Yeah, so I don't know what to do with these donut blocks. We knew what to do with these donut blocks on the left because it turned out a coin drop was actually the answer in order to optimize our timing. I think this is going to be a similar situation. The point is not to race to donut blocks. The point is to find some kind of remote detonation that is going to improve the timing for me. And yeah, that's the idea, Johannes Beck. If you look at this, if you activate a P, you can't go right? You need to activate the P from below. And in order to do that, you need to blow up this block. You blow up this block, you grab the P from below, and then you can carry it to the right with you. So far we have some progress. We know how to grab the mushroom. Because we know how to grab the mushroom, we know how to grab the key. But we don't know what to do with this guy here yet. I wonder if there's something I need to do with the mushroom before I pick it up, but I don't see a way to move it because there's nothing like a trampoline here. Thank you for the follow. But I haven't used this bomb yet, of course, and I don't know how to use this bomb yet. That's the thing. It's able to get to toggle over here. But this donut block obstruction is an issue that we don't know how to do either this circuit quickly enough or pick up that bottom bomb quickly enough to do everything for me. And so I also don't know how to blow this up once we eventually get to it. Because, I mean, this whole puzzle is all about like trying to get the bombs to get through the donut blocks or give you some kind of interaction that is not slowed down by the donut blocks. And I don't have that right now. but we'll have to think about that. And I wonder what else we can do with that. I had taken damage here before and activated this with a bomb, but I needed to be big in order to do that. If you do activate the P in advance, then... Well, no, you can never get through either side as Big Mario. And yeah, Nolan, you have a good sleep. Thanks for coming by. Why don't we deal with this guy first somehow? We don't know what to do with these 4 coins. That's the thing. That because the coin drop was useful earlier, I wonder if this coin drop is useful. But there's no way to actually use that, I think. If, however, you do take damage somehow... Maybe. Yeah, I wonder if there's a way to get a live bomb sort of down here in the central section. Like whether there's something we can do to manipulate the position of this guy. To behave a bit differently, because he drops down here. I don't really know what to do with that yet. We can blow that up. So we know how to do everything up to the mushroom when it comes to the left half of the level. But there might be some other interaction I don't know for this. Because is there some way... Oh, well, let's see. I'm just trying to see if there's any kind of potential throwing pattern with the bomb that we can take advantage of, but I'm not really seeing it right now. Yeah, because this blocks... Like I was saying earlier, my original plan was to try to drop a bomb here, have it blow up, I take damage, I run up here while I'm damaged. But the timing's just not working out. The timing works out okay for this bomb. For this bomb, if you're already small, you're able to get through here and drop. For this bomb, you're just a little bit too slow. We can try that a few times. I mean, you kind of need mushroom first to do it. One moment, please. I do need to pause. We'll be right back. Okay, might as well just reset the timer on this. And yeah, next gem, everything is alright. It's a fairly normal complication that we have to deal with it from now and then, so... Anyway, so, yeah, hopefully that doesn't get in the way too much. We do occasionally have some interruptions on the stream, but we try to make sure they're not too disruptive. So, here's our progress so far. We know how to use the coin drop to get the mushroom. We know how to get up to the mushroom, but we also know that this location cannot be traversed with the mushroom. And so, currently we don't know how to use the top right bomb. We know how to do this to break out of its initial location. I feel like I might be doing this too early, and that we probably don't want the bomb to drop down here just yet. But I also see no reason to keep it here. The bomb is mostly useful for, well, eventually getting you back out of here. Because once you have the off switch over there, you can't actually really meaningfully reset this. What you can do, however, is... Yeah, we'll need to reset this attempt, obviously. That does actually create a bit of an ordering constraint. The ordering constraint here is that the left side will need to be taken care of first. Because otherwise, the first time that you grab the bomb on the right side, when you blow up the top right hard block, you don't have a way to get the switch back to on until you come and spawn back around a door. So no, you're not actually stuck. You can continue. It's just something that takes a moment to set up. So this would reset us back to the starting state just fine. And this is basically functionally equivalent to the starting state because we can just reload the bomb. And yeah. So currently, yeah, so we're not totally constrained in terms of doing the right side first and releasing that bomb. It is possible to do so if we wish. The question is there any reason to be releasing that bomb and respawning it before we do the hot potato thing with coin over here? I don't know if there is. Because if that bomb is already in that right side location... So the thing that we've done differently this time is that this bomb is now available on the right side. But I don't see how that's useful yet. We'd have to grab another bomb over here. And having the right side bomb released... Yeah, like the right side bomb is eventually, I think, going to be used for the bottom right corner. And you would still need to contend with the same problem of getting through the donut blocks. Although, eventually, when you have access to the P-switch, you can use the P-switch to probably raise the bomb. So, for example, you can do an up throw that's underneath the grinder on the right side. And an up throw should be able to push the bomb up to the top level, I think. And if you do that, then you're able to get the bomb into the middle slot over here. Now the thing is, why can't we do that right now? Why don't we have access to anything that allows me to up throw towards the bomb now? So what I'm thinking is get under the grinder blade, up throw a P-switch, raise the bomb, have the bomb travel over here by itself. Which would require the off state. And then you would be able to have a bomb that it has not been activated yet. That is the top of the donut blocks here. You get that, and then if you're small, you're able to hit the hard blocks on the right side. But that means that we still need to drop the P-switch, and probably drop the P-switch using the left side bomb. Is it just me, or did Major put 300 seconds on this puzzle instead of 500? He does that from time to time. Anyway, we might as well just experiment then with the final 30 seconds since we have gotten this far. No. I don't know if there's a better way to do that bomb drop. Because we have a very limited amount of time to use it. And I don't know if there's a way to, like, pre-activate these donut blocks on an attempt where we pick up the bomb. I don't think there is. And that's a bit of a problem, because I don't quite know how that explosion is even going to work. What we could potentially play with, once again, is doing this side first. Because we know that bomb can probably get within range of the P-switch if we're quick. And maybe we do need to be very, very quick. So let's do that so we don't consume the coin. This is purely coin protection. It is a 300-second timer, I think. Purely coin protection. No, we messed that up. Yeah, I want to drop these as quickly as possible. Maybe if I drop these with like a bit of a differential timing. Because then you stagger them as much as possible, and so the second block doesn't drop right away. You drop like this, on the assumption that you'll need to drop the first block anyway. I think that's actually close to the right idea. You drop the second block as late as possible. No, the circuit is still going to be the same timing though, so I think maybe that's not right. But I'm thinking about ways in which the right side block is going to be able to do its job. And yeah, let's just start over. Hang on. 1 minute 35 record on this. Very few clears right now, of course. So let's just say this is going to be the order. We need to play with this bomb for a bit, even if we're not doing things in the correct order, because we really need to figure out what the approach to the P-switch is going to be. And so it doesn't matter if we just blow this attempt and just consume the coin now. I think we know how to do it without consuming the coin, and that's the important thing. Because we need the bomb here in the off position. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter how you stagger these, because the second one is going to respawn too soon anyway. Yeah, no, that's nowhere close. The donut blocks do prevent that. So the question is, would there be something that you can do with remote activation of the on-off switch? Perhaps. But the two donut blocks here are the whole problem right now, and we need to think about it like how we solved the ones on the left, which is just make it so that some kind of detonation happens later than we think. Like the bomb would need to be activated later than we think. If that makes any sense. And I wonder how we do that. Yeah, I think eventually the up throw and a P-switch in this location is going to be the right idea. But right now we just don't know how to lower the P-switch in the first place. I mean, there is the mushroom damage boost idea. I think that's still sound, but the timing is not sound. So I wonder if there's a faster way to do the bomb pickup. Anyway, let's reset through the door here. We just need to play with this a bit more. Eventually the solution will present itself, I'm sure. Yeah, you can kind of spin that. Whoops, let's not do that. So I'm thinking of two approaches so far. First is that we find some way to do the donut circuit quickly such that the bomb on the top right is able to land in this location. Probably not going to be the case. Second thing is to grab the left side bomb using a damage boost. And we blow it up in this location and take damage right there, except the timing seems to be totally off. Like, I don't know if my timing can be improved very much when it comes to that bomb pickup. Oh, yes it can, maybe, if we do the hot potato thing. By going through the door twice, maybe. Here's an idea. Here's an idea. Let's play with the hot potato timing a bit. Let's see if I understand properly how it gets preserved. Like magic. That's how we do it. That's absolutely how we do it. Except we do it with the mushroom. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, it's a really safe timing, actually. Really, really safe. That's how you do it. You do a double reset through the door. That's the whole trick. So let's grab the mushroom and let's repeat that sequence. It's always so satisfying when you do get a breakthrough. After staring at this for long enough. Okay. Okay. Same idea. We now go through here. And then we do the hot potato interaction through here. Double back. Timing is going to be pretty much no. Too slow. It was perfect last time. I wonder if the fact that I'm big affects anything, but I need to take that damage boost because otherwise there's just no way. Like, I need to take damage and get the explosion and the icicle in the same round. I really don't see another way to do it. And it might just be something execution dependent, and so we just need to redo it until it works, because I have proven previously that it does work. And so we just need a cleaner pickup on the bomb, and I need to be able to kind of abort mission on this if we don't have a clean pickup. Like, I need to judge accurately when I'm not actually going to make it, if the bomb pickup is just too sloppy. Okay, there we are. Bomb drop. Okay, and then we... Would the P-switch affect anything? I don't think it would. I don't think the P-switch would affect anything with the bomb timing, would it? I doubt it. But you need to be pretty much perfect on this. There we go. Okay, we're in business. And yeah, Roger Boy, it is absolutely puzzle mode. We're in business. So now we want to do what I said earlier, which is use the P-switch to up-throw this bomb once it has been released. Because of the hard block being destroyed under the P-switch, access to the P-switch is going to be preserved. Let's not lose this attempt. So whenever we reset through this door, that bomb will become available again. Once it becomes available, we can lead the bomb down. Probably by lowering the donut blocks in advance too, in fact. Watch this. Not quite, but we can redo it. We can redo it as much as we want, and I think it will work. You do need to have better throwing accuracy than I've just demonstrated there. But I'm really quite certain this is the solution, in fact. Okay. We have to... Whoops. Yeah, I was hoping that we could lower the bombs as soon as possible. That's okay. That's okay. We know how to do it. We need to figure out that timing, but we have everything puzzle-wise worked out up to that point, so... I feel like the end is near, unless Major has a surprise on the final screen, which sometimes does happen. He is a puzzle maker who is known for occasionally putting a twist after you go through the door. And so we need to be aware of that. Sometimes you are just required to take an extra item through with you or something, without knowing that in advance. And so, somewhat likely that we'll have to redo some things along the way, but if we can get the timing down, we will be in a pretty solid position. Okay, let's go through here once again. We will want to now just take the bomb, do the double door activation as quick as we can. You do need to be really, really quick. Nope. Missed that. Yeah, I missed that timing. Can't be too sloppy about a jump. As you saw previously, while I have my invincibility frames, I do need to go through the icicle right away. So there is a bit of an execution requirement on this puzzle in terms of speed, because the way the donut blocks constrain things, everything is really tightly timed. In terms of certain things you're restricted from doing simply because doing them fast would be a cheese or a shortcut. So it does mean that with all the correct solutions, you just need to go blazing fast to get anything done around here. Whoops, nope. We're not at that step yet. We need the mushroom on the left, so don't want to do the double door entry just yet. Now we do it. I don't know about that. Seems like we had a bit of a sloppy jump up to that location, so... No, got stuck once again, yeah. Need to jump directly up, but... just got stuck around the corner as I was trying to get back upstairs. And we'll just try to sort out some of these execution issues. That's usually what happens when I get close with the puzzle solution already in hand, is that we just continue dying to execution issues for the next half an hour. Fairly typical experience here on the stream, so... Okay. Nope. You see, like I said, dying to execution issues for half an hour. That was not a forced reset because we still had the coin. Once the coin is consumed or dropped, though, then the puzzle must be reset if you mess up. Because you only get that coin once. Okay. Here we go. P once again. I mean, if we went to that P ahead of time, we could have optimized things speed-wise, but I'm not speed-running this necessarily, just doing this fast enough to make sure we have ample room to get the solution the whole way through, so... Okay, same idea here. We will do the double door and hopefully not mess up on the icicle part this time. Nope, too slow. Too many jumps. Yeah, anything involving invincibility frames like that can be sometimes pretty finicky to work out. I don't have a good intuitive sense of how long I stay invincible, so I usually prefer to have a bit more wiggle room when it comes to the lenience on the timing. But we know how to do it. I actually managed to do that my first try, so it's just a matter of doing it a second time eventually. Hopefully sometime today. Alright, let's get back in. Same idea. Now we have the mushroom. A dino eating plant. I don't think I have. I don't think I've heard of that. And... oh, okay. Well, that explains it. What was I doing? Wait. Let's reset this. Was momentarily distracted by Dino eating plants little joke. So I think it's mission accomplished for you. Okay, jump up there cleanly for the key. Now we do everything on the right. We will need to activate this once to drop the bomb on the next reset. Flowing pretty well at this stage. The issue is, last time I had the bomb drop on top of me when I was on the donut blocks. We want to probably Yeah, I don't know if I can drop the donut blocks in advance and get the bomb up with good timing. Or if I just need to live with the fact that I'll have to grab the bomb in this location here. Well, that's okay. We'll try to get that accurately eventually. No, we'll need to reset this attempt. 160 seconds. Yeah, I don't like this timing here much, I think. So the question is, if I hit the bomb here, am I still going to have enough time to get past the donut blocks and throw it? Let's assume yes, and let's see if we can just do it safely. Instead of fooling around too much. Because, yeah, I'd need to get it right away. There we go. Good. Hit the P-switch and we get out. Assuming that there's no surprise at the end. There might be a surprise. And, okay, yeah, there's a surprise. The surprise is that we need the on-off switch to be the other way. I knew he would do this to me. I knew it. That's an easy thing to fix, actually. You just need one additional reset after the bomb blows up the bottom right. One additional reset in order to respawn that bomb and do a remote detonation on the on-off switch to switch everything back to on. But the timing is going to be interesting. Yeah, that timing actually looks like it's going to be pretty rough, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think I am looking forward to how many additional attempts it's going to take me to fix that one little thing. It's going to take quite a few attempts, I think, just from an execution perspective. Like, we have the whole puzzle. I just knew that Major was going to do something like that at the end. I just didn't know what it was going to be. I guess that was a reasonable guess. Like, the only other thing he could have done, really, was force you to take a bomb through the final door or something like that. Okay, we're going to do this again. And yeah, we just need to not lose too many attempts, as I said before. Grab this. It's a very well-designed puzzle, I'll give you that. It's just that the endings to a lot of these sometimes complicate things in ways that just add to the execution, but don't really add to the puzzle. And I think this might be one of those cases. But maybe we'll run into some kind of unexpected complication with executing this that actually is interesting and satisfying to figure out, so don't want to prejudge it too far in advance. We'll just grab the bomb with the double door here. Nope. Mistake. You see what I mean about dying to execution mistakes for half an hour? Well, that's what we do to get the clear, even though we've already kind of mentally obtained it. Still need to snap that proof on it at the very end and grab that goal. Okay. Hit this. Zucchini, if you type define, you need to follow it with a word. That's how it... Whoops. No, mistake. That's how it works. And welcome back, Zucchini. Hope you've been doing well. So yeah, for example, if you put in define metaglobalized, it defines metaglobalized. What was I doing here? Ah, yes. This first. You love puzzle Mario levels? Yeah, I do tons of them. We've gotten through a pretty healthy amount today. Sometimes I do some long ones that take forever. Like, we've had some puzzle levels recently consisting of multiple puzzles in one that you know, it kind of took me a 3-hour sitting to complete. But today we've gotten through a whole bunch of them at a pretty healthy clip, so I'm quite satisfied with that so far. And so I don't mind having picked a harder and more complicated one here, even if it's mostly execution barrier for this one, unfortunately. I don't really keep a formal queue for the puzzles because I don't know how long they're going to take, but you're welcome to suggest codes, and somebody earlier already suggested one, and I can see if I have time to fit them in later on in a stream. I do run viewer levels properly on the weekend streams, but for the puzzle streams I try to keep things casual because some of these really do require like an unlimited time limit, as you probably know. But yeah, tomorrow and the day after I'll also be back for actual viewer levels. Okay, so we do that. We reset once again. And we'll do the bomb detonation first, and then we'll do a second pass to figure out the timing for how to do everything with the on-off switch. Nope. Failure. Like, the on-off switch is going to be a remote detonation on that bomb. The question is how to get ahead of that, and it's going to require like a really quick activation, probably a spin jump activation that kicks it over to the left, so you can do the whole donut block cycle as quickly as possible. Good news is that we know this is going to be safe. Let's drop the P-switch here for the moment. Okay, so here is the moment of truth. We can't go through the key door yet because we need to turn the switch back on. And yeah, thanks for that, Zucchini. We had one request ahead of you, but we'll try to get to it today, and if we don't, I'll keep it in my puzzle queue. That's, like, I kind of keep an offline list of puzzles that I get to eventually on the dedicated puzzle streams. I do prepare a list in advance. But if I'm able to get it into this stream, I will. Okay, so like I said, we need to do the on-off activation, followed by the P-switch activation. Let's put the P-switch here, because if I get to it quickly enough... no, I feel like I might overshoot, but at least I don't have to worry about picking it up in between, right? Like, the idea would be I activate the donut blocks as quickly as possible, and then spin jump on the bomb to kick it, and then get back over before the detonation completes. Timing, this is maybe going to be a bit tricky, but we'll get through here. As you can see, massive problem. Yeah, you need to do the whole donut block cycle. If the donut blocks are up, you can't do it. And I think you need to fluidly just spin jump on top of the bomb and get right on top right away. And that's the only way. However, this is resettable. We don't need to repeat the puzzle to do this. I don't even need to pick up the P-switch, technically speaking, but we'll do it anyway. I like the idea of putting the P-switch at the end, just because I think it will be easier to execute. Let's take the donut blocks as everything hits the, whoops, right side wall. Tried to shave that jump a little too closely. Let's redo it. Yeah, I think the execution is a little bit tight for a puzzle, but some of the gates that prevent certain interactions are very timing dependent, and so it's not a surprise to see things work out that way. Nope, wrong. Let's do it again. Okay, what are we doing? P-switch. Blow this up. And and get to the next P-switch. Take this through the door for the coin drop. Nope. Hang on. Let's just buy as much time as possible if we're going to reset anyway. Getting maybe a little bit impatient with this, but in terms of executing it cleanly, that's how some of the sloppiness, some of the errors do come by near the end. Okay, coin drop. Let's be a bit more careful with the bomb this time. Okay, now we do the bomb pickup. And the hot potato. Yeah, jumps need to be really crisp here. Okay, that's good. Yeah, everything's fine so far. We'll release this bomb. Prepare the next reset. And then do the detonation. Does need to be walking left to do this part. Let's get the P-switch out of the way, not that we need it yet. This timing is actually fairly safe. And now we do need to reset through the door. 10 seconds, we've got plenty of time to sort this part out. Yeah. Yeah, P-switch needs to be activated once we're in this corner. And so I think dropping it to the right of the state blocks is still a good idea. So it's going to be donut activation followed by a spin jump on the bomb. Let's drop through the donuts as the bomb is hitting that wall. Wrong way. That's okay, this is resettable. And as long as I don't die to either the bomb or the grinder or this icicle, we will have plenty of opportunities to try to get that done. But I think spin jump in that location and preserving the donut cycle is going to be the right idea. The timing I have so far is I step on the first donut as the bomb is hitting the right side wall. And then, nope. Nope. Well, we'll need to reset this with the off position. But you can see what I'm doing there. I think the timing is beatable. The timing is a little bit rough, but it is doable this way, I think. Because I can't see how else we would position the bomb for that on-off switch in a way that makes sense. Let's get this guy over here again. And then prepare this stuff. Okay. Nope. Supremely annoying timing there with these donut blocks. I don't know if there's a way to do it faster. Maybe I'm hitting the bomb with a spin jump too far to the right. Because right now, the bomb detonation has a little bit of travel time over here. I will actually want it to be as close to the switch as possible when I spin jump, to shave as much of that jump as possible. And so the timing is going to have to be a little bit different in terms of when I activate the donut blocks. I don't know if it needs to be before how I was doing it or after. Because I kind of basically need to guess at this timing, unfortunately. Unless we just do it like this. No, because I spent too long on donut blocks, once again. Yeah, no, you do need to... You can't really have any hesitation there. You have to do the donut timing and just go. We have 20 seconds, and I'm in the wrong off state, so let's start over. Yeah. I mean, I know Major loves his ending twists, but as a timing challenge, this does feel a little out of place with the rest of the puzzle. It would be a nice twist if it were just a little bit more lenient about the execution, I think. But that's okay, we'll do it until we get it done. It's reasonably satisfying to do the rest of the puzzle quickly, so we'll just try to do that. I'm trying to decide if it's really a timing section. Yeah, I kind of have that at the back of my mind as well. But I don't see what else it could be with the on-off there, because I had not really used that remote detonation up to that point, and I don't see another better way to set that up, basically. But it's kind of true that up to that point, the donuts hadn't actually been timing checks, like they had been puzzle checks of some sort. What was I doing here? Ah, yes, the hot potato. Kind of like how the hot potato segment through this door here solved what I thought was a timing issue. We're probably looking for some kind of timing solution like that. That optimizes this slightly. The spin jump is just satisfying enough, though, that I could totally see the solution being that spin jump. I can totally see that being the case. Electrodude, welcome. Electrodude, hope the playthroughs of the Chomp level have been going very well this week. Okay, send it through. Yeah, because if you send a bomb through the same way again, I don't know how you could really get it up to the on-off switch, unless you do like some kind of up throw. You know what? Let's try it. No, because you need a timed detonation. It needs to be timed because you need to get here before it goes. It's not going to be anything like that. You have to have it blink remotely. Yeah, I feel like the whole thing with the spin jump is just plausible enough when it comes to the timing. Just needs to be closer. And then we didn't have the P-switch ready at the time anyway, so that was a bit of a rehearsal run. As you can see, too much hesitation on the bomb as we were heading to that location. Electrodude, haven't had much time to catch up until today. Yeah, hopefully you've been able to see as much as possible. We needed to get the bomb... Oh yeah, we hadn't even blown up this side yet, so let's do that. Too busy fooling around with some other potential interactions here. And yeah, currently don't know if that's actually a timing check. But as you can see, if you do the donut blocks quickly, you can actually, well, almost drop down below. Not if you have the P-switch here. Hang on. Let me just show you that. Like, the reason why I think the spin jump is plausible is because a standard circuit does take you down quickly enough. Just quickly enough, in fact. But you basically can't have any hesitation whatsoever on a spin jump if you do it that way. Yeah, let's do the placement once again. We have 60 seconds. We probably only will have one clean attempt at the spin jump interaction here. Nope, too late. Too late. Maybe we can have one more attempt, but... no, we can't, because that's the on state. Yeah. Yeah, very unfortunate ending to this one, I think, but we'll find some way to get it. Like, maybe it is puzzle interaction that I haven't seen yet, and which would be very satisfying to figure out. But the timing does look extremely close. Like, the fact that you can kick the bomb immediately to the on-off switch with a spin jump, and the fact that the circuit timing when you just run around smoothly is just enough to beat the donut blocks tells me that it really looks beatable this way. It seriously looks beatable. One thing I haven't thought about yet still is the blue on-off state blocking this bomb on the left. I don't know what that's for. I don't know what that is meant to prevent. And that's something that I have to sort out, I think. Okay, I need all the time I can get with this 300-second timer, so we'll need to start over here. Really cannot spend too much time on this now that we know how finicky the final interaction can be, so you kind of need to speed through it. Yeah, I wonder if the P-switch, in fact, would do anything for me here. Maybe it is a puzzle interaction at the end, but I just don't see what it could be. SDJML, welcome. What was I doing? No, we don't need a P on this round. We need a bomb. We need double activation. Or double door, rather. But yeah, this little, like, one block optimization with the door swap is the kind of thing that I should be looking for. And I wonder what the equivalent to that would be with this bomb segment over here. Because I don't see it yet, like, how we can just kind of improve my positioning or my bomb timing very, very slightly. Like, maybe if there's some other way to tap that bomb from below. Because I don't know what other object we can use to manipulate it. We need to go back and see. Can't waste too much time here. SDJML is going great, actually. We solved a lot of puzzles today so far. Gotten through them at a very good clip. And we need to raise the bomb with a P-switch. One moment. Yeah, this one has been a bit of an issue because there's a twist after you go through the key door that seems to be very timing sensitive. Because you're only allowed to get through here at the end if everything is set back to the on state or the finale. And that turns out to be a pretty complicating factor. We will absolutely need another bomb. Let's go back here. We can't step on a P-switch anywhere here. We can't really... Maybe I need to do some kind of second P-switch throw. I don't know. This is tricky. We can try the timing method just a few more times just to see, because it looks like I haven't found the optimal spacing just yet for when I activate the donut blocks. No. Too slow, as you can see. Yeah, because that needs to be as crisp as possible, and I just don't know if it is going to be a timing thing because I just don't see my options. Okay, both these are going to reactivate as soon as possible. Nope. Let's let the bomb hit the wall again. That was the timing I was going for previously. Also, the P-switch is not even in the right location, so... Like, maybe I should be trying to find an alternative method there, because... we are literally running around in circles. And the... timer is not going to be of much help here, so... Anyway, back to the coin drop. The coin's on the right side. We haven't used that in any meaningful fashion just yet. I don't know if that is usable in some way. Because I have to grab the coins in order to go through there and unlock the bomb in the first place, so I don't think that's going to be useful. I do think we need to look for something, again, like this. Okay. Like, if there's some way that I can get the bomb to move differently when I have the P-switch, I don't know about that. Let's get this out of the way first. Let's blow up everything we can and just make sure we get that initial movement unlocked and available. In this segment, you do need to be in the off state when you go through the door, otherwise the bomb drop here just takes a whole extra cycle. So yeah, currently don't know what else we can do with this. I wonder if I can restrict its movement somehow with P and... or find some way to have the bomb step on the P. I don't know. If you up throw the P in this location, you then hit the bomb. Bomb hits the on-off. Still don't like it. Let's respawn. Respawn in the off state, you don't have access to that. Yeah, no, I see why you don't have access to that bomb number 1 now anymore. So you can't do anything too technical with this cycle here. Actually, I'm not exactly sure, but I think it does at least focus the puzzle a little bit. That when you spawn in here through the off state to grab this bomb in a trap on the right side, you don't have access to the other one. Not exactly sure what the break on that would look like, but I could see why that would be a potential break. Now, how can we do this? Like, is there a way I can stop the bomb and ignite it late? I don't know if I can. I only see the spin jump method right now. I think it's, you know, quick. It's just that it's a pretty big execution challenge unless we have... like, the only way to really beat that is find some way to, like, go through the saw blade directly, and I only have 1 tile, I don't have a mushroom, it's not going to be that. 80 seconds, we only have, like, maybe 2 good attempts at this. Gotta stop and think about this. We need to drop both donut blocks. There's no purpose to spreading out the 2 donut blocks, because the first one will just respawn sooner. I think so anyway. And if there's no purpose to spreading out to 2 donut blocks, then... Oh, maybe... if we drop the bottom one first. No, why would we want to do that if we're... because then the top block is slightly less of an issue, but then... Yeah, okay, no. Let's try this. We're going to drop the bottom one first. It's going to be 7 jumps. Like that. And the top one, we're just going to assume it's going to respawn anyway, so we'll have to take it. But in this way... no, I feel like the timing's not going to work at all. It's going to work. It's going to work. That's how to do it. That's how to do it. You change the order of the donut blocks. That actually was satisfying to figure out. Ha! Oh, look at this guy. Nice try. Nice try. That's a GG. Okay, the J Eagle, if you're still here, we'll take a look at your request from earlier, and then we'll see if we have time for zucchinis. And Sninjar, actually, Sninjar, since you're here, I will definitely do yours today as well. I will hopefully be able to stay long enough to do everything here, so. We'll alternate in some fashion. So Sninjar I'm going to give priority at some point because that puzzle has been kind of like hanging around on my list for a couple weeks now. But we'll do J Eagle first and try to proceed from there. I'll just copy the code back into the chat. I have it. Yes, I do. Yes, Ninja, I do have it. Let me see here. J Eagle's code is this. And actually, now that I know that donut order thing at the end, I wonder what else I could have improved with that in mind, like earlier in the level. But yeah, the donut block order thing is actually an interesting, subtle solution. I'm glad I saw that, even though the final trick the level plays is a little unfortunate. Okay, use a shell to make it through a dangerous section of the desert. Oh, I thought you said this was a puzzle? Or, oh, it's like a 10-second thing. Yeah, that's okay, we'll take a look. 5-second record on this, so. We'll use the shell, and we'll reach the goal without landing after leaving the ground. 10-second limit, let's take a look at this. Well, I mean, we've obstructed half the screen, so we'll need to... Oh, the goal is all the way at the end there. I see. I do see the goal. But then the wind is going to be pretty exact here, so... And, yeah, we basically need to not hit... Well, not be constrained by the wind. Let's start over here. We probably need some kind of, like, on-off activation to happen here. We also need to not hit the on-off switches, maybe. I obviously need to do an actual interaction, which is not what I'm doing right now. I mean, if you... Yeah, you need 2 hits on the on-off switches. Why would you need 2 hits on the on-off switches instead of just going directly? Is it because of this slope here? Oh, because of the don't land condition, yeah. So let me think about the don't land condition. Probably I need to do a shell ride, actually. Or, no. It's going to be... Yeah, no. You can't leave the ground, so you just do up throws the whole time. That's actually all there is to it. You do up throws and you go up the slope. But the positioning is going to take a little bit of practice here. Oh, and it detected it as a jump because of the way I fell from one block to the next. That's unfortunate. And yeah, you have to be pretty exact about this, but luckily the timing seems to be lenient. Nope, and you can't have that happen. So yeah, all it is just hitting the on-off switches with up throws and not landing under them. So kind of a pure execution thing at this point. Did we fail it already? Yeah, we failed it already. So we'll just do that quickly. Whoops. Yeah, you need to throw pretty much on top of the ice blocks and then not wind up underneath. Yeah. It is, I think, like, pretty much 100% an execution check as far as I can tell. So we'll see if we can do it. I'm not on my controller with the good D-pad. So we're likely to have some mistakes here when it comes to shell handling. I usually play with a Super Nintendo controller, but I tend to switch to the Pro controller for puzzles because sometimes we really do need the screenshot button. Nope. Close. And just one more throw after that. A lot of it is compensating for the wind. There is going to be a bit of variance depending on your pacing going into each segment, as you can see. I'm trying not to go too far right so I don't land under the shell, but if you stay too far left, you do get blown off into the gap, so... Okay. 1 second. And then you have to jump towards the goal and not hit the spikes. You do need to jump, but you need to jump without landing on the edge. Whoops. When you hit the goal tape, so... Yeah, pretty much pure execution check from here, but... Like, I don't think there's anything I don't know from a knowledge perspective in terms of doing this. Testing grounds for a level you may intend to make that expands on this concept? Yeah. Obviously, depending on the player timing, the wind is something you do need to play around improvisationally. You do need to be fairly exact, because, of course, like I was saying, too far right and you pick up the helmet on your head, too far left and you get blown off, so... There's quite a lot of positioning I need to do here to compensate for the wind. But we should be able to get it done. Whoops, no. But yeah, we'll try to do it now. And yeah, the slope there is a bit tricky. The monster that did this in 5.7 seconds, yeah, I know. It's crazy. You have to be really exact, I think. Just nail every single throw. First try. Pretty much hold right while you're doing it. Whoops. Because I was thinking when I was coming in here, I was like, okay, 6 seconds, we've got some leeway, we can be a bit imprecise. And then I look at this level now, and I'm just thinking that's a pretty superhuman achievement by somebody who knows how to play precision stuff. Maybe. Whoops. There is a skip. I I'm looking at this and thinking, yeah, there may be. Yeah, I think I see what you mean. I don't think I can necessarily do it. Maybe I can, because you deflect a shell, like, and then you bounce on top of the shell to get to the goal, right? And then, instead of going up the slope directly at the end. Yeah, we'll see if I can do this J Eagle. I might not put in too many attempts on it, even though it's relatively approachable. Just given that this is primarily meant to be a puzzle stream, and I feel like I've solved the puzzle element of this. But I'll give it a few more tries at least. And thanks for showing it off anyway. It's arguably harder to skip than it is to do it normally, yeah, because I feel like you do need to hit a shell deflection pretty precisely to do it, so... Nope. Yeah, that slope is really quite the lip here. I'm trying to count the number of taps I'm doing on the D-pad to figure out a consistent method, but... we'll see what we can do with this. Nope. Yeah, it's that resistance you get from the wind as you go up the slope that kind of releases you all of a sudden. Nope. You have only one other puzzle level that's in the darkness, but you think I'd solve it quickly? Yeah, maybe I would. I don't know, tunnel vision is a thing though, so... Nope, I was trying to up throw there, and... I pretty much need to do that throw smoothly as I go under the icicles and not stall in that location. And then we need to make the final jump, so... Nope. Yeah, Stinjar, you might try it soon, yeah. So yeah, like what we'll do is we'll do Sninjar next, and then we'll do Zucchini after that. And hopefully both of you are able to stay for those respectively. And that's likely all I'll have time for today. We usually run kind of between 3 and 4 hours if I can. But obviously with puzzles, sometimes they go a bit long. Nope. Once again, not really using the ideal D-pad for this right now, but we'll try to get that done. Yeah, just a lot of re-attempts on this. Nope. The wind does seem to be releasing me pretty consistently. And that timing, I mean... I might just need to wait out the wind in that location to do it consistently, because the wind will stop here anyway. Nope. And then it's going to push me forward, and then with the forward push, we'll be able to get through the icicles just fine. So I should actually take advantage of the wind timing. Nope, not like that, obviously. Yeah, I need to just be at a dead stop on top of the slope when I throw, because if the wind is stopped during that time, then I do not want to get under the shell. Let's wait for the wind to stop. Nope, it's still in the wrong position. Okay. Nope. Almost, actually. Yeah, so waiting for the wind to stop when I'm going up that slope seems to be the thing that fixes a lot of issues. Nope. Need to turn left a little bit there in order to dodge the shell on the way down. So yeah, actually kind of satisfying to figure out these little things here, these little changes. No, once again, I was trying to get the up throw, and directionally that was just not cooperating. Yep, miss once again. That's purely an execution thing. We need to throw that shell slightly earlier. And we'll get this eventually. Yeah, getting quite close. Nope. Yeah, a lot of things here, you're slightly off-center that just won't go. I feel like if you ever wanted to make an easy mode of this concept, like with wider targets to hit, it would still actually be reasonably fun. Obviously not the same level of challenge, but here we go. Right at the 0-second mark. Let's see how close we are in fractions of a second. Thank you for the GGs. Yeah, like I said, it was actually pretty satisfying to figure out the midpoint in terms of just thinking about the fact that the wind timing is only going to give me one cycle, like one cycle to the left, one cycle to the right. And if I'm using the wind timing to my advantage within the 10-second frame, then the level just kind of feels like it's cooperating with me the whole way. And so, other than that, it was just throwing precision. And that was thankfully not too tough to sort out. Thank you for that, Jay Eagle. Let's do, as I said, Sninjar's first and then Zucchini's second. I'd better jot down Zucchini's code in my notepad now, actually, just so I don't lose it later. And then I'll be continuing here in just a moment. But we'll bring this up because Sninjar tagged this level very late in one of my viewer level queues a few weeks ago, I think, and it looked really interesting, but the thing is I was going so long on that stream that I just didn't get to spend time with this properly, and so I do want to solve this properly. And so as you can see, we do have an incomplete play on this from a while ago, but I didn't really give it as a fair look, so glad we can finally do it. So let's see what this was all about. I remember something with a P-switch and a mole. And yeah, 3 1-ups for Endless. This tells you right away that the exit is going to be key door, but that you need to come out of the pipe with the on-off state set to on. Scroll break on the top left indicates to me one of two things. Either we respawn back here for something from the scroll break, or that actually is just a block. Like it just prevents you from going back through this pipe twice, maybe. Okay, so we need a key. Question block on the right side looks like it is likely to be the place of the key. On-off switch here is blocked by a hard block. Hard block looks like it's going to be destroyed by a bomb that drops out of the note block. We therefore need to move the mole to the note block. We have access to this shell. I think if we bump the stump, that bumps the P-switch, and we have access to the other shell. So we have 2 shells. We'll probably need some kind of weird interaction here to send a shell through. And yeah, Sninjar, yeah, sometimes it takes me some time to get through people's puzzle lists, but from what I've played of yours so far, I'd certainly be interested in doing more when we get around to it. So yeah, we have access to 2 shells. Shells will also not hit. Notice that eventually we will need to exit. The only thing that I can see that's usable as an exit is trampoline plus stump. Let's not drop to trampoline and jump because I'll lose access to it. I don't see anything else that would give me an exit because we need something to stand on. That tells me immediately that we probably need to move the stump. Unless it's something like, you know... I mean, the thwomp isn't going to be repositioned, but, like, if hypothetically you needed a thwomp or something, you would take a damage boost and go through. But I'm pretty sure we need a stump, which indicates to me that there's a way to move the stump. Probably using the trampoline, like, you know, to carry it forward with, like a forward, whoops, throw or something. Precisely what we didn't want to do. Which also makes me think that maybe the stump is the way to hit the top P-switch to release the mole. Activating the P doesn't seem to do anything to the levels. The Ps are just blocking pieces, I think. Because they don't affect anything. Hitting this P, I feel like we do need to stand an object up with a certain collision. Like we need... to do some kind of bump. And we can try one thing quickly. Like we can... I don't know in general if the blocking pieces... Like I said, we'll need to move the stump. So I assume that maybe because of the one-way panel here, we can use the stump instead. But so for example, if we hit something like the shell up here, does that hit? It doesn't, but the shell I think is shorter than the stump, and that the stump might actually go through the one-way panel. It said that this was a puzzle that had something technical to it. That might be to something technical. Like if you bump like this. Yeah, that totally moves it, so. And that hits just fine. So mole goes over, mole hits the bomb, and then we have progress. Likely, like I said, we need a stump in the left side, so eventually we'll probably want to lower the stump all the way down here. Then use the bottom row with this semi-solid to bump it all the way to the left. I still need to figure out the key, of course. Now we have access to shells to hit the on-off switch. I don't know about this placement on the cloud on the right side here. Let's figure out what that's all about. Let's also not accidentally hit the shells or hit myself with the shell. But as you can see, this is totally doable. Whoops. Like I was saying, oh, I thought it was going to go down. Okay, no, that's fine. We kicked it. It was going at full speed. Anyway, I know how to handle stump. Unless this stump is being used for anything else, I think we're done with it for the time being, because it's going to fall down here. You could potentially raise it over here if you wanted to stand on the stump for some reason and bump it up, but I don't think we'll need it there. I think you just throw directly. I don't know if we put the Shelmet on at any point for something like a damage boost. Possibly we need a damage boost given everything that's going on with the thwomp over here. Bumper does prevent you from going through the thwomp. I think if we throw a shell like this, it just goes back. And yeah, let's just tap this and stop it. Let's just do this again. Yeah, it's a forward throw, and it's the fact that the forward throw does carry things initially forward. We lost that. Hang on. And it's probably going to be a very similar interaction on the right side as well if we try to get that question block. The other thing that occurs to me is I know that when you have thwomps overlapping with bumpers, that the collision rules actually change somewhat. Like there's some kind of weird collision priority thing that goes on with thwomps. And I noticed from a puzzle that I did by Funked a little while ago that used a thwomp, I think, to create a passageway for Magic Koopas to shoot through walls. Like there's some kind of weird stuff with thwomps like that that allows them to break the normal collision logic of the things that they overlap. And so it might be the case with the bumpers here that on-off switch affects what? On-off switch, currently we only see it affecting the burner. The burner would drop, the burner would go on a track. I don't know if there's a knob at the right side of that track, but assuming there is, and assuming everything we have is on screen, it would probably push the thwomp. And so maybe, like, if the thwomp is being pushed in the middle position, we actually can intersect with it through the bumper. So, for example, I would be able to take a Shelmet, and I would maybe be able to damage boost through the thwomp or something. Like, if the thwomp is totally overlapping both sides of the bumper, I think maybe there's some kind of weird pass-through interaction that can happen. But I don't really know that yet. So right now we have access to 2 shells. We know that the on-off switch has to be on the way out, so we do need to hit that twice. It might be with 1 shell twice, it might be with 2 separate shells. Don't really know yet. But I definitely don't want to die to the shell on my way down, so let's just test the spacing here. I feel like if I fire the shell, I can probably bump it with my helmet and stop it. Like that. Because if you bump a moving shell, you stop it, and then I can reuse the shell afterwards. So for example, if I do this... yeah, and then you just bump that and it stops. When the burner comes down, it pushes a thwomp. Let's say we damage boost. So, oh, hey, look at that. Wait, how does that work? Shell goes out. Yeah, no, I was thinking of going... oh, maybe this is the technical thing. Like, if you're inside the thwomp and you fire the shell... the only way you can be inside the thwomp is if you're damage boosting, right? And if you fire the shell in that location, maybe there's some kind of deflection that happens to... like using the initial throw, where it lands on top of the thwomp rather than hitting it from the side. Yes, Ninja, you can probably spoil it for me afterwards since I... well, let me get to clear first. Let me make sure I can get to clear, because I need to reactivate the on-off switch a second time, and I forgot to do that. So we'll need to recreate the interaction anyway. I want to see if I can reproduce it. I think it's because... if I had to theorize, I think it's because, like, whenever you throw an object... I'll try to show you. It does move up initially, in the way that we saw with the spring earlier. The shell doesn't really do it, I guess. It kind of moves up very slightly. But because, like, if you're inside the thwomp from a damage boost, the shell isn't hitting the edge of the thwomp. It's doing something else. I don't know why it's being bumped up a spot. But we'll see if it works reliably the way I think it works. I will need a damage boost, so let's put this on. And let's remember this time to hit the on-off twice. Okay, drop this. Yeah, because I wasn't even trying to do that. I was trying to do something else, I think. Trying to figure out, like, whether you could pass through the thwomp or pass a shell through the thwomp with bumper overlap. But if it's not something to do with the bumper overlap, and if it's just damage boosting through the thwomp, then actually the timing doesn't matter. If the timing doesn't matter, that means we can take our time to do 2 hits on the on-off switch. Nope. Hang on. Let's try to do this cleanly. Oh, yeah, thwomp's gonna get pushed at this point. Let's do this first. Whoops. Oh, no, that's a problem. We do need both shells, so... I feel like I shouldn't have left the stump in that position. Leaving the stump in that position doesn't give me enough room to deal with the shell afterwards, so maybe we should leave the stump on top until we're ready for it. And then... yeah, bomb's going to go. We drop the spring here. Claim this. Claim this. And yeah, that's going to bounce. Let's not get hit this time. Same timing as before, it should be fine. Ducked a little bit out of that just to be safe. So if I understand this correctly, I should be able to take a damage boost, and then we can do a shell throw like when I'm inside the thwomp. Let's see how it works. It totally works. And so yes, Ninja, You might as well spoil for me like what the actual rule is for that. Thwomps are solid to shells, but not Luigi, so if you're inside a thwomp and throw a shell, the shell will go outside. And if you're in the middle, the closest place to go is up. I didn't... I'll have to play with that some more. I don't know if I've seen that specifically before. I might have, because I've been doing some damage boost platformer levels lately by some makers like Mang, and I feel like this might have come up at some point, but I might not have understood what it was at the time. Yeah, because like you can go inside with the damage boost as we saw, and yeah, no, I see what you mean. That's when the shell is released inside the thwomp, I guess the game tries to snap it to the nearest valid position, right? And if it's snapped to the nearest valid position, I guess like if you're doing this from the bottom half of the thwomp, you would have a very different thing, right? Like if we're doing this from the top half of the thwomp, in fact the top row of the thwomp, I think if you're doing it from one of the other 3 rows of the big thwomp, wouldn't you have a different location that it snaps to? That's my understanding, right? Like, if the rule that you're telling me is correct, then the thwomp should have a different behavior depending on how high you are relative to it. Maybe, if it's just based on nearest location. Like, if you're doing it through the bottom row, like, wouldn't it just pop out the bottom? Or, you know, if there's a valid open space. Okay, we need to be careful here not to lose the spring. There we go. I assume that if you go back, it's just something like a blaster block, right? With the spawn block on the top. Yeah, it is. Totally is. Okay, great. 1-ups for Endless. Let's go through and hope there's no big twist. And let's not die to this. Okay, thank you for the GG. Yeah, that was a fun one. I remember being kind of stuck on that the last time I played it, but it was at the end of a really tiring stream, and so I don't think I looked at it properly. And I didn't punch that code in the chat, did I, for anybody who wants to try it now that you've seen the solution. But anyway, you can see it on the screen. I'll punch it in the chat anyway, and then I will punch in Zucchini's code. And so, Stinjar, thank you. I'm glad I finally got through that one. And we'll hopefully play some of your other ones soon enough. So the one we're about to play from Zucchini is this code here, if I have it written down correctly. Yeah, it's a pretty hidden interaction, I think, that thing with Thwomp, but I think I was very fortunate to find it that quickly. Power lag, latency for prosperity. World record by Advert, who has submitted me some pretty tricky puzzles in his own right. You didn't create this one, but you helped test like 12 iterations for it. Yeah, I don't think I know Toastmat, actually, as far as puzzle makers go, so this might be my introduction to what Toastmat is capable of doing. Power lag. Okay. We are right on the goal screens. There's going to be one screen in SMB3. Bomb here. I wonder if this bomb is just indicating to me that a bomb is inside the question block. It might be the case. Obviously, if we're able to hit that with fire and dislodge it from the track, we might be able to get some use out of that. Like if you look at the bomb that's on the top right. The goal here is to get through the key door with probably the Tanuki leaf in order to bust down both of the bricks that are at the ending. We need to check all of this. Oh, okay, progressive power-ups probably. If the top is telling me... I wonder if that applies to the bottom pieces as well. Let's just check that very quickly. just to understand the whole signaling system here. If I'm correct, this should give me the leaf next. And it does. Okay. Can't really sneak under here, obviously, for the Piranha. You would need Fire Flower for that. So yeah, obviously I'm just busting down a lot of these power-ups right away, and we won't complete it on this run. I'm just trying to experiment with what we can do. Interesting restriction on the deflection here. I mean, we can get it, but I would assume it's going to be a bomb on the right side, and then Fire Flower is available. Interesting that there is the Spiny Helmet as well. Spiny Helmet, if it heads over to the Twister, is going to pop up on top of the Cloud. Twister, yeah, would kind of stop it and pop it over, I think. Spiny Helmet, however, is mostly going to be useful for getting to the key door at the very end on the top left. So now I need to think about what the purpose of things like the on-off switches are going to be. I don't currently see a way to release the Muncher. We also need to be small here. I need to find some way to take damage if I'm able to. I mean, if I'm within bomb range, that'll take damage, but only 1 point. And that's not going to be good enough. However, well, I can't kick the shell either. Actually, I could have grabbed the shell and just sent it to my left if I wanted to kick it. But that's unlikely to be the solution because we do need to eventually keep this. However, if I'm Small Mario and I take the shell helmet with me and then I hit the hard block on the left side first and bust that down quickly, then we might be in good shape. The issue is that we cannot have the Spiny Helmet when I activate the bomb that's on the far left because that would just break the question block. So yeah, we'll just be playing with some of the interactions for the first few attempts, and then eventually I'll get the ordering down. We need to break this, obviously. We need to break it with the mushroom. In terms of whether we go flower block first or cape block first. Not cape, feather, no, leaf, rather. Whether we go flower first or feather or leaf first for the mushroom, we'll need to determine later. Notice that this on-off switch over here can be switched back and forth. If you hit the question block and it is a bomb, then that toggles it to off. If it's off, Fire Flower over here would hit the bomb on top of the Muncher and toggle it back to on. Now, why does the on-off state matter? Because the on-off state currently affects only one thing that I can see, which is the ability to get the Spiny Hat off the bottom right. And also because you need to set the on-off switch to a certain position when you go through the top right. Because when you go through the top right, hitting the bomb is going to switch the state when you go through that gate. So I'm going to pick Cape first, I think. But actually, no, we have Fire Flower on the top right, so maybe that's... Maybe we need to save a cape for the end. But why would we need 2 capes? Cape is allowing me to, among other things, probably whip a bomb along the wall, and that would give me an extra bomb to play with, maybe. If that is kept alive somehow. But anyway, let's go... Not cape, leaf first. Oh, that's the problem with leaf first, is that you would need to wait for the mushroom to deflect back to the left. And Jay Eagle, yeah, thank you for coming by. Notice too the other issue, which is that... no, I can still go through. Let's go through here like this. Bust this. Hit the on-off switch. Now, why would we want to do that twice? Eventually, we want a flower to get through here. Oh, that also blocks the power-ups on top. I didn't think about that. But then why would we want to take out those so early? I need to figure out when this interaction is actually going to matter. This one here. Because at some point you need to hit both. And it's going to affect the Spiny Hat order as well. Because why is that any different from just never doing that interaction at all? Like, what's the purpose of doing the double toggle? The purpose of doing the double toggle is that we need the off state for something in the first half. I mean, I need to take damage down below at some point, so let's go through here first. Take this, take damage. Oh, I see. No, I see what the flower is doing. The flower prevents me from doing this thing here. No, yeah, it prevents me from trying to pick up the shell because and taking 1 point of damage off the shell either. But once we move that in that location, then the main thing is we need to figure out how to take damage. One way to take damage is by whipping bomb with the tail. If you whip the bomb with your tail, and it would have to be the top tail, because if you're switching power-ups, you would not be able to go back across. Then you get access to 2 bombs. You get access to this bomb here. Ooh, maybe not, because you'd be stuffed into 1 tile high. And so if you're ducking under here, yeah, maybe you don't get that. I'm figuring out how to take damage on the right side, and I think perhaps you can't. You do need to take 2 points somehow earlier, which might be interesting. It means that one thing I could potentially do is take damage by being within range of this bomb. Oh, we messed up. Hang on. So yeah, once again, having the leaf might actually matter. Not the leaf. I keep calling it... yeah, it is the leaf. It is the leaf. I don't know why I always say leaf or feather interchangeably, even though they are such distinct items and distinct styles. So yeah, we can be within range of taking a point of damage to this bomb. I don't think that's useful yet, is it? Maybe it is, because we would want to hit the flower and hit the piranha plant. Can I take 2 points of damage after hitting the piranha plant? That's the current thing that I need to deal with. I think I can, because the idea is that before I kill the piranha, I can use that to take 2 points of damage and take out the bomb on the right side. I can take a lot of damage with that, actually, except I need to... maybe not. Because I'm thinking currently that if, for example, I do this, go through, activate the bomb. If I grab the flower, am I able to somehow take 1 additional point of damage while I'm here? I would be able to if I whipped the bomb on the right side. To do that, though, I need to have the feather available in this location, and I don't. And the feather can't whip when I'm 1 tile high, which... Not the feather, the leaf. The leaf can't whip when I'm 1 tile high. The tail, whatever. Yeah, the Tanuki leaf can't whip when I'm 1 tile high. We will see if there's some way I can maybe delay getting that somehow. Like if I have invincibility frames that allow me to get through. I feel like I just need to take out the piranha first, maybe. Hang on. The other thing, too, about the progressive power-ups is that maybe at some point I actually do want a mushroom instead. I could totally take 2 points of damage here, but the problem is getting rid of the piranha afterwards. And getting rid of the flower afterwards. That's still an issue. Oh, I didn't take damage there. I should have done so. And you would have invincibility frames going back to the left. Still doesn't solve the problem of getting up through that flower on top, though. One thing you could potentially do with the flower on top is whip it with the leaf. If you are in leaf form at that point. Although I don't think that actually displaces it in the way that I would want. Yeah, let's sort this out. Hang on. We need to figure out when the first activation of the on-off switch is going to be. If your state is set to on, in fact, maybe that's okay, because that actually allows you to access the spiny head. So, for example, you do this, and you can access the spiny head to take damage after that by just bouncing it back and forth. I shouldn't have gone for the flower mushroom first. I shouldn't have gone for any of this first. In fact, I have locked myself out. But I'll try to demonstrate what I'm describing. Go for this guy first. That's going to block the power-ups on top. That's okay, because we still have access to flower down here. And we'll have an on-off switch toggle when we go through this location because of the bomb. So I'm going to go through. That's going to release the these two up here. However, it's going to make the bomb on the left side inaccessible. So I think maybe part of this is wrong. Unless there's some second activation here that I don't know about. But the idea behind this is to get rid of the flower. And then pop this guy so you can take damage. And then if we activate the on-off switch again, yeah, so you activate the on-off switch in a different order, in fact. So the idea is that you actually save this guy for last. Because you need Fire Flower to hit this one. And probably hit it second. However, you would need to take 2 points of damage here. So maybe that's not quite right. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a reordering that we need to do here. So for example, say we grab this, we'll bust this quickly so we can tap that while small later. I could also consider grabbing the other flower, not this one down here. Because, yeah, no, I need to. Because if I'm small coming out here, I need to grab another flower to hit the bomb on the left side. Let's switch flowers. Yeah, so it is going to be this one first, because we will need to switch flowers, I think. Except I'm taking 2 points of damage here anyway, so That's okay. That's okay. I think I know how to do it. We need to take damage here. And then tap the on-off switch. Come back through here with invincibility frames. Oh, whoops. No. Forgot that we need to deal with progressive power-ups. We need to maybe spawn a mushroom in advance then. Or, well, there is that flower up top as well, but the flower up top is purely... Like, you can't actually take it to the left with you, so it's not going to be useful. The flower up top is actually just mostly going to be an obstruction. So let's rethink the power-up order slightly. I feel like grabbing a mushroom and only the mushroom is enough to get through the piranha. Then we leave 2 power-ups open. Maybe we leave a progressive leaf open for much longer. The idea is that I grab 1 mushroom. We don't want to pop the leaf yet because we need a leaf at the end. We will want a flower at some point. And we pop this early, so we have a flower ready when I come down. We go through here. We go through here. I forgot to hit this, but that's okay. We can come back and hit that later when I'm small. Yeah, because I want to do a bit of a loop-de-loop here. It needs to be on, and then I need to take damage from the Shelmet. And then I need to go back and hit the last on-off switch in order for the Shelmet to be obtainable. So the idea is I go down here, I claim the flower, I take damage. And then we activate the last on-off switch. However, activating the last on-off switch again is going to run into trouble when it comes to power-ups. Because... yeah, I need 1 more activation after this, in fact. Because otherwise I'll have blocked both of these guys. Unless I can kind of prepare them by sort of pre-spawning a mushroom down below, but it doesn't solve the issue of the cape, although... not the cape, the feather. Not the feather, the leaf. The leaf. Oh. Yeah, because if we hit the on-off switch now, we block the power-ups and I don't have a way of reactivating them. And that's a problem because I need a leaf at the end. And I still don't see how to get that. You know, I shouldn't have taken this as the first power-up to begin with, then. That's a mistake. We take the, No, I see it. This can't be the first power-up. This has to be the first power-up. Because... then you do the thing we... no. We need to pre-spawn the flower... oh. We have to pick it up downstairs. Yeah. We can't pick up the mushroom right away. We pick it up downstairs, so we spawn this flower. And prepare it for later. That's how we do it. So yeah, it's a power-up ordering puzzle, and I quite like the subtleties to it, actually. I've been enjoying that a lot so far. Okay, we need to tap this ahead of time. We tap that guy. Next thing I'm going to do is prepare the mushroom. I need to dodge the mushroom, though. I need to not pick it up. No, that's not a mushroom, because it's now a flower. Okay, no, I messed this up. Later on, when I'm small, I need to prepare the mushroom before I go down. Yeah, no, I know how this works. This is first. It's the little leaf. It's the mushroom, but it's technically a leaf. Or would be in another life. Prepare this. Go up here. Slide through. That's going to get blocked. The power-ups are going to get blocked, rather. Prepare this just in case. Now we tap the flower. And now we become small. After we become small, then I prepare the next round of power-ups, and then I hit the on-off switch to raise the Shelmet. So, I'm going to push this, take 2 points of damage, and we come over here. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the mushroom. Then we pick it up at the end, after I've done everything with the Shelmet. The Shelmet must be claimed while I'm small, for obvious reasons. So we need to not hit the mushroom. Yeah, the define command needs a word to go with it. So if you want to define, like, metagrobolized or define anything else, do exclamation mark define and then the word. We have a dictionary bot here that I use for Scrabble. That I also turned on today in case anybody wants to play with it. It's funny because the one time I turned it on, not a lot of people play with it. Second key? No. Okay. Anyway, we're going to grab this. We're going to grab this. No. That's the issue. I completely forgot that this would be a problem. Yeah, no, that's why we actually have to go through this first. I understand how to fix that. That's what the fire bar is for. The fire bar is to peel the Shelmet. You have to peel the Shelmet before you can grab the leaf. You grab the leaf last. Like that. So that's okay, we've solved it. I have the whole sequence down, so. I just wasn't thinking about the Shelmet at all. That's an easy thing to repair. Okay, pretty satisfying one. I mean, I'm pretty sure we've solved 100% of the actual puzzle content at this point, so. Back we go. And a lot of people get to the end. Yeah, no, I was looking at the fire bar much earlier, actually, and I was thinking with the top corner, what do I do with the fire bar? It looks like I can take damage. And I just put it in the back of my mind and didn't think about it for a while. Are we done with what we need with the fire flower? I need to not lose track of where I am. I think I am, because I need to be small to spawn the mushroom. Yep, there we go. And yeah, just going to kick this around. There we go, spawned a mushroom. We eventually skipped the mushroom, so we don't run into too much trouble. Shelmet's going to be next. Then Mushroom, then we lose the Shelmet, and then we pick up the Leaf. Did I say Leaf? Yes, I said Leaf. I knew I'd get something right before we got to the end of the stream. Or the end of the puzzle. Okay, there we go. One-ups for Endless. And there we go, even Gorilla. Feeling alright. I think this is probably the last one we'll do today, though, but thank you for the GG. Yeah. At about the 4-hour mark to the stream, this is a good time to close up for today. But let me take a look at Toastmat's profile. I think Toastmat is actually totally new to me, so if they're a regular puzzle maker, I should definitely jot down the code for later. Some of these look pretty interesting. And Zucchini, I don't know how many of these you've playtested in the past, but there's a lot to get through, as you can see. Some of them fairly popular, but yeah, it's puzzles all the way down, so we'll definitely schedule more of these in at some point. I like exploring a lot of different puzzle makers, as much as we have time for. And seemed like we did pretty well on that one. Lots of clears on that, so. Today, yeah, liked courses. What do we do here? Yeah, a lot of these actually have a decent number of clears, I guess. I'm always curious about who else has been here ahead of time. A couple of familiar streamers, of course. And who solved the last puzzle? This is only had like 4 clears ahead of me. Gorkowski, of course. The recursive removal here, I've seen that fellow a few times. And a couple of people on loops so far, but this hasn't had very many plays. Very new level, so. Yeah, good pace this stream, actually. Pretty successful overall. So anyway, thank you for joining me, everybody old and new. We are going to be back for viewer levels tomorrow and the day after at the same time roughly, just to show how to define the command for people who are thinking about how it worked earlier. It works like this. You type in define and then it gives you a word. You can also do other words, like for example, words that are related to puzzle by definition. You would see all this stuff. The pound symbol or octothorpe or hashtag is a thing that's like specific to Scrabble dictionary notation. You don't need to worry too much about it. So, what is an Araucaria? A tree of the monkey puzzle genus. Okay, so it's a monkey puzzle tree. It's not actually a puzzle. Am I a programmer by trade? I have done it in the past. It's not really my main thing these days. But I can see why you would ask. Anyway, thank you so much, Zucchini, for recommending that one. I'm very happy to have you around for more. And we'll probably be off to raid somebody in just a moment. So, once again, thank you for joining the stream. We will be back this weekend. My schedule actually is going to be changing later in October, mostly to make room for Metroid Dread, but for now, we're mostly sticking with Mario Maker. And we'll also be back for 6YMM early next week. With that said, I'll be scanning around for your next destination. Thank you so much for joining me for all of the solutions today. And enjoy playing and making it and testing in your own right. Until next time, have a good day in whatever time zone you're in. And as always, fare thee well.